If love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You two got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then is half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, sir.
Tobin and Leroy here with you for the next 4 hours of shenanigans. Happy Friday to everybody out there. Do you guys think that JFig will join us today, or is she just going to be listening to the Taylor Swift album all show for her birthday?
Absolutely going to be listening to Taylor Swift for her birthday. And you know what? She deserves it.
Yeah, she deserves
Hey,
it. Man,
so-
30 songs, a lot of songs.
Hey, can I just say something?
One for every year she's been born.
Tobin,
What
I did a U at the gym.
the hell does that mean?
So-
You were just a decent person and living your life?
No, so you know the little machine you put the weights on and then you do the little hip thrust thing.
I don't think I've ever used that machine in my life, to be honest with you.
me neither. I was walking by it. I'm like, you see the little red zone on the picture to it.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay, I could do one of those, because it's abs. I'm doing abs. I did some back, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I get in it. I sit down on the little thing, right? I'm trying to figure out how to crank the little thing to get the, and then I do like 10, and then I go to get out, and I don't know how to put the lever out to make
So you were locked in?
So I was locked in. So I'm sitting there like, help! No, I'm not doing that. Hell no. I'm just sitting there. Dude, my back is on fire and I'm still sitting there.
So this is a hip thrust machine you were doing?
So I'm sitting there, right?
What are you, Dak Prescott? What are you thrusting your hips for?
So I'm trying to figure out how to look at him while my back is killing me. And I'm like, people are walking by.
How you doing? How you doing? Trying to play it cool.
People that Leroy dabbing me up. I ain't asking nobody. Hey man, how do I get out of this thing? So I just kind of slide. Meanwhile, the thing is now it's on my knee, and I'm trying to get out. I know somebody was looking at me going, look at this jackass. So I got out and I look at the same machine next to me, and that thing is sitting up real nice, and my weight's on the ground. So whoever comes next is going to be mad as hell. But yeah, so now my back is You're
a little jacked up today?
Because I had to hold that weight up. I got out. But let me tell you, I will never do that machine again. And so
wow.
I thought of you. I didn't drop weights on the ground and I have to have, a woman come save me.
That's not what happened. That's
Yeah,
not what happened. You keep changing that story. A woman was next to me. A man helped me in that situation. But it was no less embarrassing. I mean, a woman was right there.
Hey, I got out of it without any help. But I know people were looking at me like, I know somebody tapped this boy and say, big fella stuck.
Well, it's going to be a Saturday in the jacuzzi for Leroy.
Did you continue to work out after that, or did you just say, you know what, I'm going home after this?
No, well, no, because I did some running in the pool.
No, I'm going home after that.
No, you can't. Oh, I don't know, dude. Let me tell you.
You need to gather yourself. You need to like make a free throw before you leave the court.
Hey,
See it go in.
I definitely, when I walked back to put my bathing suit on, it felt like I was doing the walk of shame, and everybody, that's him.
That stuck guy.
That's the guy on the machine over there. Go look at it. And I turned and looked as I got out, was leaving where the weights were, and I turned and looked, and I looked at how the machine I was using was compared to the machine next to it. I'm like, somebody gonna have some problems.
Karen says everyone has gym flaws. I fell asleep in the hamstring curl machine between sets. The face down one or the one that's face up and you're stuck like a high chair?
You fell asleep. What did you go right from the club?
I really just imagine, like, ma'am, are you
right?
Are you
Hello?
good?
She got narcolepsy. She... Could you imagine? I'm gonna tell you, I'll be honest with you. I'll be mad as hell if I'm getting ready to use that machine. I'm getting ready to use that machine and somebody is napping.
I just leave a blanket there and be like, yeah,
like,
you have a great day.
Lay my towel over. Go ahead. Sleep. Just
All right, let's get to our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
No surprise, but officially got the news yesterday. Jimmy Buckets sprained MCL.
So
and
can
he
I
will
say
not
this?
be back for several weeks.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
All levels of sprain or a partial tear.
Yeah.
So let's, they have these names for them, but the severity of it is determined by the grade of the sprain.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be out for several weeks, it says. So the Miami Heat's next Eastern Conference Finals run will have to happen likely without him. And you wish Jimmy just the best. He obviously was a badass trying to play through it. But
it happens, man.
Not surprising news yesterday gathered on what everything that was reported.
Can I just I hate that Jimmy got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm even more upset that they're even in that position. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you mean. I understand everybody's point on that, but like I'm more upset that he just got hurt. Like you never really know when an injury can happen.
Yes,
it's kind of like it's like getting mad at the coach for having somebody in a preseason game or a blowout.
Yeah, right. No. That's different. That's different for this reason, right? You are playing a game that you are playing because you didn't handle your business during the regular season. Okay? So you got to play in the play-in tournament. If you had handled your business and been the 6th seed, I don't care if this would have happened during the playoffs. We have a whole different attitude towards this if it happens in the first game of the first round of the playoffs.
It really doesn't for me. Like I'm just like
okay,
it happened.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like I understand your logic on that, and I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling that way. My feeling of it is these things can happen whenever. Yes. Like it doesn't bother me any more or less that it happened.
If it can happen at any during any game, the only way to kind of help that is to not play as many games.
I get you, but you want to know something? I felt just as lousy when Goran Dragic couldn't play in the finals because I heard game one.
No, but that's a different. I felt totally different. I really did.
His sweet little Slovenian face.
I felt totally different when Goran got hurt, or even when Tyler got hurt. Right? That's the playoffs.
If it makes you feel any better, Jimmy Butler went on Instagram and told Kelly Oubre we're throwing hands.
That did make me feel better, actually.
I think they're friends.
I don't know if this is real or not.
It's not. I all the things that Jimmy wasn't mad at Kelly Oubre.
No, he's just messing around. So I get on the internet and it's an Elon world, so I don't know what's real anymore or not. But did a Sixers fan really get a billboard that said "Thank you, Caleb Martin"?
Wow,
is that real or is that Photoshop?
Wait, why would he spend?
I can't trust.
I can't trust anything.
He got to spend $5,000 to get a $2 nugget.
I know the Tyler Hero bus story is fake. Everybody fell for that yesterday. But
this is like the Chick-fil-A cow one though?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
man.
it could have been. Wait. How do you know Chick-fil-A didn't do it?
No, they said that apparently
No.
a super fan bought money for it. Some guy. That's what they claim.
So he got so much money
Or he might have just photoshopped it. I don't know.
that he'll spend $5,000 or however much it costs
Hmm.
for $4 free nuggets.
Oh, dude, can I tell you something right now? If I had that kind of money, do you know how much money I'd be spending on bits? Look how much money I spend on bits now.
That's true.
Like if I had billboard money, I would be doing that all the time. I would have I would have like a billboard residency and just change it for bits every single day if I could.
Drake did something recently that reminded me of you. During this entire beef he had with Metro Boomin, he just said, "Shut up and play the drums." He followed that up by hiring a drum line to appear at a club that he was appearing at.
Metro Boomin?
Just play the drums outside of the club, a full drum lineup that he hired from 3,000 miles away. And I was like, that level of petty, Tobin would like that.
Oh yeah.
You'd use your money to do things in cities like Boston, and you'd get billboards in other people's cities, I feel.
That's great, man. Poor Caleb. He really did ruin Caleb.
I mean,
Momentum
free
killer.
throws. Free throws. We talk about free throws. I mean, keep in mind, Caleb was trying. Boban just
did it.
Yeah.
Boban did it for popularity.
And they won. They still won.
Yeah. Well, tonight, 7:00, Heat, Bulls. I'll be boots on the ground. No Terry Rozier tonight either. He's still out. So
I mean, his neck must be. Can I just tell you, when you get a bad neck, or you tweak it, or you get some kind of muscle in there, you can't even lift your arms.
I'm not blaming him.
So
I mean, the game that he tried to play with it, he was terrible. Like, you know, he like. So I mean, don't come back if you can't play well. It's just
can we get JFig for a whole show on her birthday?
Nah, she's definitely like in her jammies with like a hat on with Scooby. Scooby's got a little party hat on. No shot.
Do you think Scooby got a little shirt to say "Happy Birthday, Mom"?
Yeah, definitely. And he has like a little party bar. We'll take a quick break. You guys can get out of the show on the YouTube and Twitch chat, Miami 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy take you up until 2 here on the program. It's a play-in Friday. I don't know if that's something to celebrate. I just figured we'd make it a theme. Let's make it a party, everybody.
Well,
Let's make it a party, everybody.
No,
No,
I'm not going to a if party.
I'm going.
You know what the if party is? If all the circumstances play out, you're gonna have a good time.
They were replaying yesterday, or they were replaying this morning, last year's play-in game against the Bulls where Max Strus goes crazy and the Heat were able to pull it out. I remember walking into that game, and it really did feel like the end. Everybody was like so exhausted from the year. It was like a funeral going into that game. This one, I imagine the atmosphere is going to feel the same, but the big difference is you don't have Jimmy. It is a tough blow because when you are Heat and 5 guy and your big argument last year was Jim VP, and I don't have that argument anymore, it's a tough one. Than
the thing is, you always have another one. You know what the other one is?
Heat culture.
We have enough.
Oh, hey, listen.
Well,
what's the over under on number of times Spo mentions that one today in the pregame?
13. I'm going.
We have enough, and we know
this is what
we're gonna do this the hard way.
We this is what we look forward to. Competition. The league enjoys competition like this. We strive on it. We look forward to it. We're ready for the opportunity, and we have enough.
Devin says Jaime is going to take over. That would make tonight exciting. Like if they have a night.
If Jaime and Jovic get off,
yes,
then no matter what happens against Boston, you're going to look at this team and go, our future is being set.
Well, that's what it is. You're going to be looking at. You're now looking. You don't have your leader, your best player, and now it's what can these young guys do because they got their season on the line tonight, and then they're going up against a juggernaut coming up on Sunday. That's going to be the big test here. But yeah, for sure. That's if you're looking forward to anything as a Heat fan tonight, and you aren't one of the bastards who are just like, just end it. I want it over. I'm exhausted. There are those.
We are pretty exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted too. But trust me, it's like. But I can't root against them. I can't do that. That's not in my bones.
No. Here. In no way, shape, or form will I ever root against that team and how they do things. Right? And I say this, and I mean it. When I say they can beat anybody, they can. The problem is, and this has been my problem all year, they can go out and score 85. That's terrifying in today's NBA.
Schmieden says, or how about the 2 guys making $65 million step their game up? Yeah, but here's the thing. Even if Bam and Tyler have great games tonight, and maybe they do, who cares? We've seen them have great games. This is a playing game. I want to see
Does Tyler and Bam have to outperform Cody and
Kobe?
DeMar DeRozan? Kobe. I'm sorry. Kobe White and DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, I would say so. Tyler for sure. He's.
Yeah, I don't want. And here's the thing that I loved and hated about Jimmy at the same time. He usually has a better feel for the game instead of going in saying, I need to prove something. If Tyler goes at it like that and he's not good, then that's going to be more of a problem. You know what I mean? If he goes out there saying, I need to get mine and starts chucking up shots, whoo.
Dade's house is just go ahead and start looking at mock drafts. I already have been, right? But that was before the plane. That was before the scenario. Just like, another.
You want a Euro? You want another big Euro?
This is what I thought he meant NFL drafts. Oh. I thought he meant NFL drafts. And I haven't looked at, I'm not looking at NBA mock drafts. Get the hell, that's for sickos. No, I'm not doing that yet. But I'm like, every one I go to is like a lineman. I'm like, all right, I'm sure I don't know if he's good or not.
Isn't that of all the positions that could be drafted, the one that's the hardest to figure out whether it will work is offensive lineman?
I guess I don't know. You tell me.
Because with a quarterback, you can see him throw the ball. You can measure his measurables, and you can kind of get a feel. You don't necessarily know if it's going to work at the next level, but you can see a skill set there, right? The strong arm, the Josh Allen, strong arm, moves, all these things. Yeah, we can, that can come and play in the league, right? With an offensive lineman, right? He's never gone against comparable competition if he's an elite offensive lineman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like how many monsters are you going up against every single week?
Right, exactly, and that's the only position that you can measure the measurables: strong, quick, can run, can move, quick, light on his feet. But he's never faced a guy like an Aaron Donald or a Christian Wilkins, or you see what I'm saying? And so from that standpoint, that is the only thing about drafting an offensive lineman that terrifies me more, is that it's hard to see how he's going to compete against the talent at the next level.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I saw this Oregon center do an interview and he's like, QBs get all the love and all the money, but the highest honor for a lineman is getting a burger named after him. I'm like, he's right. Draft him.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, dude.
Although I will say this. You see what these offensive linemen have been getting paid?
Oh.
You are being compensated and rewarded for your talent.
I've never been more stunned than seeing Robert Hunt get as much money as he did. And it's not even like I'm mad at it. I'm just like, wait, what? What do you mean that linemen get paid that? He never made a Pro Bowl.
It don't matter.
He was good. He was fine. But I was, obviously losing him sucked, but I was like, wow, he got how much money?
Yeah.
Carolina was spending willy-nilly. Whew.
Willy-nilly.
A couple of guards. The way to get your fan base fired up.
Well, I mean, they do have a munchkin back there.
That's true.
Man, you got to protect them.
That's true. Hopefully.
How would you like to beat Carolina and see what CJ Stroud's doing?
It's got to be tough.
Like you had the choice of either one. It's not like the Dolphins thing, right? Because the Dolphins always kind of wanted Tua, right?
There was always a thing there. Although, there was obviously once the draft hit, they were like, oh, Joe Burrow,
Right.
Remember there was a little bit of like, oh, will Joe Burrow force his way from Cincinnati? I remember us doing shows talking about like what kind of scandals can we get Joe Burrow into so he could drop. But no, but tank for Tua was a thing for a couple of years, for sure.
Right. And so you have that. But the CJ Stroud situation, you had a choice of any quarterback you wanted. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you chose the munchkin.
Yeah. It's tough.
That's like, or even, I mean, think about it. Indianapolis had a choice between, was it Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf?
Well, no, they picked. Well, yeah, they did, but they picked Peyton. Peyton went first.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So they had the same choice. It would be equivalent to them picking Ryan Leaf.
I mean, they had this with like the one thing if I was Carolina, it's not apples to apples because it's not the first pick, but I mean, like you could look at, Tua's bounce back in comparison to Justin Herbert because everybody said after year one the debate's
everybody still thinks, and I heard this, even name we will not mention.
Mm-hmm.
He said that Justin Herbert is better.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, based on what? Based on what? Go look at the numbers. Based on what?
No, his numbers are. I mean, like his numbers are better because he was healthier.
Right, but I'm just saying. Like,
but I think the thing that happened was when he had the year that he had his rookie year, and Tua had the year that he had.
Yeah, Brian.
Everybody thought disaster. This is going to be one that, and there'll be people who you still don't want to move off it. They'll still take Justin Herbert because the arm, the prototype, all that type of stuff. But it doesn't look as
Ryan Leaf had the same thing. Okay, like
it's not looking as catastrophic as it did. Like it's not. You could look at other drafts and be like, oh, these quarterbacks don't work out or only one quarterback. No, this looks like it was just
It's not a Dan Marino situation.
The 2020 draft looks like it's a really good quarterback draft. I think that's okay. Like, we're gonna sit here and you're gonna do the whole thing all the time of like, oh, you could have had Jordan Love, you could have had Herbert. It's like maybe they're all good.
Draft. It's a really good draft, right? Exactly. Which is weird, right? That's an anomaly in itself.
Well, it got made up for in that the next draft with Mac Jones.
Oh my Oof. God. And there you go. That's why you don't draft a position. Right? Because you're telling me Mac Jones is a first round pick?
Oof. Him, Trey Lance. Zach Wilson.
Boom! Zach Wilson and Mac Jones.
And I'm not a Trevor Lawrence sold guy. You know, I've told you.
Dude, stop. You were so excited. You were so
I was not. You were lying. Dude, you are making things up. You're making things up. I've been bashing that guy over and over and over. And all I keep saying is, how come this guy doesn't get half the flack Tua does? Why? Because he has blonde hair?
Because he's in Jacksonville. That's why.
But who cares? Every market gets coverage. Maybe not like the Cowboys.
How about this? They haven't blasted Trey Lance either. He sat for 3 years.
Yeah, nobody cares about him.
Right.
That's because the 49ers still get the Super Bowl. That's why.
Right. Yeah. Okay, but still, they traded up for that.
Where is he? In the Cowboys now?
Cowboys.
Might be taking Dak's job.
No.
Maybe. That's what we said about Romo and Dak before.
No. It's a little bit different.
I don't know.
This is a little bit different. They drafted Dak in the 3rd round,
and
Dak was good when he got in. It wasn't a situation where he went to another team and was bad. How about Atlanta trading Brett Favre?
Yeah.
Oof. I think they drafted him in the 2nd round and then traded him.
Jerry says T-Law sucks. I'm here in Jacksonville. Yeah, I don't think he's that good.
Hey, you call him T-Law. He don't get a nickname if he sucks.
T-Law.
He don't get a nickname if he sucks, right? You can't get a cool nickname. His name is Trevor Lawrence until proven otherwise.
Dade South says being a tall white boy with long hair buys you a lot of QB. It does. I mean, Blaine Gabbert was still kicking around for a while.
Yep. The only T-Law I know. No, I know the DB. Tyler.
Yeah. Also works in promotions, Tyler.
That's true. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
You guys get my text?
Yeah, you sent us a video. Didn't Marco send us that earlier too about the Channing Crowder Drake beef?
You doubling up on my videos, bro? Did you hate when you send someone something, they send it to you, and you're like, I sent you that already, bro.
I did see that though. That's crazy. Yeah, Drake's flying through the air like Peter Pan, hitting on people's women. Not as crazy though as Channing Crowder losing his tooth yesterday mid-show.
Whoa!
That
Did he
was
just-
wild.
Did he just get his teeth done?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did. Well, not like within the last week, but it's been quite. I'll tell you what, it's been about maybe close to a year. Do you have to get them? Like, I don't know
how that works.
I don't know how rich people teeth work.
I
don't know how
mean,
rich people's
when
teeth
you
work
get
either.
like veneers or whatever, that crap is expensive.
Yeah,
Should be falling out.
That was crazy, dude.
Stop eating rocks, Channing.
By the way, the Panthers playoff schedule out
I
now.
thought the playoff schedule already started. I didn't know there was still regular season.
Yeah. Well, listen, these are for the bums who don't take care of their business.
I'm
you
like,
know?
what, like,
That only counts for hockey, by the way.
what? That they play?
No, the bums who don't take care of their business.
Oh, yeah.
Game one, we said this yesterday. We knew game one was going to be Sunday at 12:30.
Yep.
Game two, 7:30 on Tuesday.
Do they go 2-3-2?
No, they go
2-2-2-1?
2-2-1-1-1.
Oh, okay. So they do the same as NBA now.
Yeah, everybody. I don't think anybody does 2-3-2 anymore. We are better at traveling with stuff now because they only did that for traveling reasons. Like it was just hard to move the whole production and stuff. Well, maybe baseball still does 2-3-2. Does baseball? I think baseball might still do 2-3-2.
We don't have that problem down here. We don't have to worry about what the playoff schedule is.
I was reading this article
Month
yesterday.
into the season.
I was reading this article yesterday because Craig Mish did a really good job asking Peter Bendix, hey, what the bleep, you know? But then I just was like reading and I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm just exhausted. Just exhausted.
It's exhausting because here's why. I'll tell you why the Marlins are exhausting. There is absolutely nothing on the horizon. There is no hope. The only chance you have is what you see on the field. And every time you see something good, something bad happens.
The good thing was there was a rain out last night, so we didn't lose.
Now we can lose 2 in one day.
Marcos,
You think about it. You think about it the wrong way. I'm thinking about, damn, now they can lose 2 in one day. You did get a whopper, though.
like a crafty lefty.
Oh, there you go. The league
What?
championship series and the World Series rounds still remain 2-3-2.
Literally just said that.
You said I don't think nobody does it.
I said, and then I said after that, I said baseball still does it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, like a crafty lefty. Time for Marcos to mix it up. The Mix Bag is brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future. What say you, Frog Boy?
Happy birthday, Figgy!
Happy birthday.
Hey, Big A!
Man,
Now,
man, you know it's scary.
What's that?
I don't even know if I should say this.
Hmm?
I was her age 26 years ago.
Wow.
Oof.
Like,
Well, you look great.
I probably looked great when I was 30. I was still playing football.
I did recently write down your birthday. I was like, that was a lot of decades ago.
Yeah. I mean, like, no, yeah, because you know what? When I saw that email, I'm like going, wow, I was a freshman in college when you were born.
Yep.
Wow.
Wait, you want to hear something funny and kind of crazy? So after I've been dating Mel for a while, I said to my mother-in-law, I said, I'm married to somebody who my first year in the league, she was 11.
Wow.
It's like everybody looked over. I'm like,
I understand that was a little weird.
that's weird. Yeah.
What do you got today, Marcos?
All right, Figgy, greatest video producer of all time. But who is the greatest football player of all time?
Jim Brown.
No, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's no Lawrence Taylor. No one loves Lawrence Taylor more.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. This is Bill Belichick on Lawrence Taylor.
Brady didn't play his rookie year, and we have Tom Brady. So you judge Tom Brady after his first year, and you have literally nothing. We're talking about the greatest player that's ever played. So Lawrence Taylor was a different story. Lawrence Taylor from day one impacted the team, showed he was the best player on the field, way better than everybody else, and built the defense around him from that point going forward. It's usually not day one of his rookie year. I would say Lawrence Taylor would be the kind of the one exception to that rule.
What
can I would say? First of all, whoa. Yeah, okay, first of all, I didn't even know that was Bill Belichick. Dude was speaking with so much energy.
What? Yeah. Who the hell is that?
It sounded more like Chris Sims than Bill Belichick. So I was taken aback by that.
Sounds so relaxed. He sounds like a human.
The other thing that I would say, right? Here is the difference between Tom Brady and Lawrence Taylor. Football changed because of Lawrence Taylor. How you blocked defenses changed because of Lawrence Taylor. Because keep in mind, when he came into the league, he was a linebacker. So for 2 or 3 years, he had running backs blocking him. Then all the football said, we need to put our tackle on him. And so how you blocked a rush in as he was, more than a linebacker, even though he was considered a linebacker, how you started blocking after LT has changed forever. And that's the thing. And that happened day one. So
I am really taken aback by the way Bill Belichick sounded in that clip.
Right.
With you.
Like context, this was on the Pat McAfee show. So the question he essentially was saying, or like his statement was, no rookie is ever day one ready. And the only exception to that rule was Lawrence Taylor. But
yes.
I don't know, sleeveless Pat McAfee, sleeveless Bill Belichick, they get together, they get happy. I don't know.
I guess so.
But the thing is that's an accurate statement, because if you think about Tom Brady when he took over, he was just a piece, right? He wasn't the Tom Brady that you say, oh, as long as we got Tom Brady, we can win. That didn't come till a few years later.
Yeah, I hate it.
But as soon as LT put on a Giants uniform, everybody was saying that dude's a game changer.
Greatest player all time, Lawrence Taylor. What else you got, Marcos, in the mixed bag?
Kyrie Irving. Would you guys consider him one of the best ball players in the NBA today?
Handles.
Okay, you're saying not overall, just as far as handles. Then
I would say he will go down as one of the better point guards to play the game.
Well, according to the Olympic team, not good enough to make it. That is what Kyrie Irving is discussing right here. This is him on not being chosen for the Olympic team.
I wish my brothers well, and I just didn't fit into this team, and I think the deliberation process was a tough one. But again, I have nothing but respect for those guys over at USAB. At this point in my career, I think my focus should be on winning the championship, and in the summertime, just going to support those guys when I get a chance. I grew up in a time too. I wanted to say this. I grew up in a time too where we actually had to try out for USAB, and we did meet up as a group and as peers, and there was a mutual respect that we earned from one another and trying out and then seeing what five meshed well. So I think obviously the timing's a little bit different, but yeah, I kind of miss those days of just being able to get everybody together, break bread, and then compete against one another. And then the deliberation process happens at the end of like the 4 days or 5 day process, even though people know who's going to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? So I miss that fun part of it, of just getting together. But I wish my brothers well.
He didn't complain. He's not complaining.
Yeah, you're also not going to make Steph Curry try out. Like,
right.
He's Steph Curry.
I tell you what, though. Can I just say this? The average age of USA basketball is 32.
It's quite old. I noticed that too. Like
He's
Bam,
old as hell.
yeah, like Bam's gonna turn what, 27, 28?
He might be the youngest guy.
He's like, it's him and Ant.
No,
Ant's the youngest guy for sure.
Ant's the youngest, right?
But yeah, it's I mean, they got LeBron, you got Steph, you got Kawhi, Joel. I don't know if they're gonna let you. You think they're gonna let Joel play?
The hell is Drew Holiday doing there?
Oh, Drew Holiday. Yeah, Drew Holiday.
The hell is that? We don't have Kyrie Irving. We have Drew
Well,
Holiday.
because at some point,
Someone's got to stop Luka.
yeah, somebody got to play some damn defense.
Someone's got to.
Right?
Hey, this isn't like we're gonna play these bunch of countries we've never heard of. Serbia, Slovenia. You know, these are not terrible. France. You know, like the world is not like what it used to be, dude.
Especially because half of your NBA is playing for other
We
countries.
just lost to Latvia this past summer.
Oh, they're good.
Name a player on Latvia.
Valanciunas.
We lost to Nigeria, led by Gabe Vincent.
That's right. Namdi.
All of a sudden, he's Namdi. Say who you play for. Nigeria. I'm Namdi.
I'm Namdi now.
Come back, play for the Heat. Gabe. When he signed that check, Gabe. When he signed that contract, it was Gabe.
Ian says Kyrie won in 2016. He won gold. Yeah, he was on Jimmy's team. That was when Jimmy was on the Bulls.
Yep.
That was the famous Rio team. You guys could look it up on Reddit. What else you got, Marcos, in the mixed bag?
Speaking of old and speaking of Steph Curry, the Golden State Warriors on the couch watching the playoffs like the rest of us right now. And Steve Kerr had to answer whether or not he feels that they can transition towards whatever this next era will be.
I think we can put together a very good team and, start to transition, towards the next era because it's clearly in our sights. But at the same time, Steph and Draymond and Clay and Chris, they're all still very good players. But as we are right now, we're not a championship team. We know that. We're not even in the playoffs, so we can't say we're a title contender.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Fair point. I promise you, without a doubt, 3 of those 4 will not be on the team. Maybe 2 for sure. Chris Paul and Clay.
Yeah.
Chris Paul and Clay won't be on that team. And it'll be a matter of what they do with Draymond. Because you can't, here's the deal. If you're going to go younger and bring young players into the fold, you can't have that. You can't have, that's setting a bad tone for the youth that you're trying to get into your system, right? And Steph has, 2-3 more good years?
If I'm Steph Curry.
And you can't,
If I'm Steph Curry, I go to the Warriors. I make a stink. Get out.
You think he'd get out?
Be interesting if he had to ask out. You think they'd let him out? Like, would they have to do right by him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would.
Then they'll say, listen, Steph. Whoa, Steph. We get your frustration. What if we get rid of Draymond? And Steph goes, no, you just gave him $100 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for
Draymond. Their money?
Huh?
Dunleavy yesterday, by the way, GMs lie, so take this with a grain of salt. But he said he's pleased with CP3's impact this season, and the Warriors have interest in bringing him back.
Why?
No clue. I think it's a lot.
Steph can play off the ball.
According to what he's saying, it's a lot of off the court stuff and liking him in the locker room and blah 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 blah. GMs lie.
They can say all that.
Yeah.
They can say all that, and everybody like him. What are you going to do about Draymond?
Theoretically, I mean, if you guys did want to know what the odds were, because odds have been released on Steph Curry's next team. I'm glad you asked.
Lakers.
The favorite for him to be next year, Warriors. Overwhelming favorite.
Wow.
Then the Spurs to team up with Wembanyama.
Dang. I didn't even think about that.
Lakers then at plus 800. A homecoming for him is Charlotte plus 1200.
Well, no, he ain't going to Charlotte because then he gonna have to deal. Then he gonna follow Clay.
No, he's going to Orlando.
He's going to Orlando.
He's going to Orlando.
All right.
And then right after Charlotte,
The
Miami Heat.
Oh boy. Can I just say
Interesting.
This? Your season's not even over with, and you already got that look. I know what that look is.
What is that?
I know what that look is.
That's no look.
That look. Hey, boss, we's going to fishing. No, you got that look. You go, hey.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. My eyes on old PR tonight. I'm looking at Pat. Keep an eye. See what's he snooping around? What's he thinking?
Why are you? The season's not over yet.
I know. That's why I'm gonna be watching him tonight.
We're going all the way, dude. Still, by the way.
No.
Still.
Okay.
Jaime Time.
You just said it was Jovic's team 3 hours ago.
His too. Hand the keys over. Like I said yesterday.
Yeah.
So you think here? Let's see if we could. If this. How do you feel about this starting lineup?
Yep.
Well, it would be if healthy. Okay, and Jimmy's gonna be out for a while, so I'm not even counting him. Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jaime,
Yep.
Bam,
Yep.
Jovic.
Love it. I mean, Terry's not healthy, but I think
right.
I think you probably swap out Caleb for Terry. That's your starting lineup tonight, most likely.
Okay.
Most likely. We'll take a quick break. Hour 2 is up next. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tongue of Iloa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour two of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM.
Your shirt looks like it should be a Celsius flavor.
Thanks, man. Show pony vibe.
Yeah.
I was perusing the gas station today. No vibes. I was like, should have gone with the green apple cherry, but
You like,
I didn't trust the freezer. I was like looking at it, I'm like, there's a lot of condensation in there right now. I think I'm gonna pass on this
yeah,
one.
when you go in and you can't even see into it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's cold.
I say what you want. That damn 7-Eleven, they always the first to get the new flavors.
Oh yeah. They got the in. You guys can get in on the chat through on Miami 56 WQAM. RMT. He says Jovic would have 20, 10, and 10 if Spo was a good offensive coach. Dude barely played him. We're gonna do that. Look, I don't think that Eric Spoelstra is a bad offensive coach. I just want to be clear with what I'm saying. I think Eric Spoelstra is one of the best coaches out there. But I do think that he is, because of the team and the way they have played this year. I think he's, and by the way, I don't know what you have to say about coaching. This team's the worst fast break team I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. What is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to put him in a baby Bjorn and make him not fumble the ball?
Hey, there at some point, and I'm gonna say this about all sports. At some point, the players got to play. The players got to perform. Like when you have fast break and dude missing layups and they playing volleyball right in front of the rim, that's not coaching.
It's tough. And so I do think he's going to probably, I think he's going to, whenever the season does end, whatever the summer is, that man's going to go, he's going to better himself. He's going to get new ideas and things to tinker with and how to get Jovic. Jovic is 20, dude. He's 20. Like he was probably wondering, is this kid going to be ready for the stage? He clearly, finally.
He's been a pro longer than some of the guys on the team.
Yeah, I know, but I've
been saying that for 2 years. They got to come for something.
But like he threw him in there. I didn't think that he was going to. I thought for one, there was going to be games. I thought Spo was going to be rats off a ship on him. Like, the next 2 for 2. The next time he pulls a Duncan Robinson, he's going to get me. He didn't. He kept putting him out there.
Now, was that by necessity? Because guess what? They ain't a whole bunch of tall people on that team.
I think he just earned it. I think he earned it. I mean, I think you've seen he put undersized guys next to Bam, but I think it's nice to have somebody who is of his stature.
Isn't it weird that your 4 is taller than your center?
Yeah, and getting taller. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Here's what I need. If we going out swinging. So I need Wahi Coyote to you go out swinging.
Thank you.
Right? I'm not going to sit here and listen to the woe is me, right? Because as long as there's a game to play that he can win, I believe that. I do believe that. Now, their shortcomings is sometimes they can't score a lick, which is never good when you see a team just coming off of 130.
It's also tough when you really don't have that much shooting. Like they have Tyler, Duncan's hurt.
For whatever reason, whatever the reasoning is. And I love the fact that they try to think, instead of scoring more, we can just do better defensively.
Yeah.
That's not working.
We're going to grind them to dust.
You can't. I mean, best case scenario was the 76ers scoring 105 points.
So Eric Spoelstra is the one guy who goes to a UFC and like when it hits the ground and it's just grappling for 5 minutes, he goes, "Yes, love this." Spo, you didn't love the end of that BMF fight? No, too much swinging, too much swanging and banging. Love grappling.
You
love
like
it.
So I think, yeah, they like. I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if they just let the young guys get as much run as possible. Because it will give everybody an idea of what you're going to be looking at in the future.
I mean, there's not many options with all the guys that are hurt. I mean, you got Terry, Jimmy down, and who really knows what Duncan can give you because he was active last game, but he didn't play.
I mean, he wasn't ready because remember they did it with K Love too.
Yep.
He was active, but he didn't play for like 2 or 3 games.
So tonight, 7:00 is your tip from.
And we got an early tip because they got a 9:30 game after it.
Slight fist pump from Tobes. Love the early start.
Might get home before midnight.
We'll see. I mean, it probably depends how sad that locker room is, right? If they win, they got to get their asses up and go to Boston. So probably a quick turnaround. I think they do have a flight scheduled. I saw Andy Slater report that today. So they have a flight set for 1 o'clock.
To schedule a flight, like they have a chartered flight. All they have to do is call and say, "Never mind."
It's Hayes. What are we betting tonight? We'll look at the chili peppers later. We will look at the chili peppers later for sure. But 7:00 is your tip. Solana, he'll get you ready. 5:45. Him, Tommy Tig. I'm on Heat Weekly tomorrow, by the way.
Again? Oh my goodness! I got to tell you.
What?
I got to tell you. And I'm speaking for everybody on this show. Okay? It pisses me off to hear you on Heat Weekly, and I'm thinking to myself while I'm in my car, who is this dude?
Everybody's got different faces.
Who is this dude? I don't know you.
You hear Belichick on McAfee. That's a different guy.
Hey, listen, that was unbelievable.
Weird.
He's not coaching, and the joy in which he brings to a question has totally changed. That don't sound like on the Cincinnati.
The Marlins, they're back in action tonight. This afternoon, 2:20. They have a doubleheader tomorrow because last night's game was rained out, so the doubleheader is going to be on Saturday.
So they can lose 3 games in 24 hours. So they're basically playing the whole series. Oh, is it a 4-game series?
It is a 4-game series, yes.
So let me get this straight. You have problems with pitching.
Yep.
What do you think those problems are going to look like when you have to play 2 games?
Interesting question, Leroy. Well, I'm sure they get off to a right start when Puck's out there, Set the tone. Panthers, they're on practicing right now. Possibility we get a Panther on today. We may get somebody off the ice today, so we will see if I've got a bevy of names. I asked for Bob, but I was told
I think Bob is no chance.
This is what I was told.
Too much work.
This is what I was told. And this kind of gave me gooses, not gonna lie. They said playoff mode. I was like, what? Playoff mode. I said,
goosies.
That's goosies right there. Hey, let him go in his playoff mode. It's like he's got a phone set instead of airplane mode. Playoff mode, body. Boop. Goosies. Yep. So no Bob today, but we will. We might get a Panther. We might get a Panther as they get ready on Sunday. Panthers, Lightning, Sunday afternoon. We could have a double if the Heat win today. That means we're gonna have a double playoff afternoon on Sunday. So I would say use your Saturday to make it up to the spouse. Whatever you got to do. Go to Home Goods.
Well, here's the problem though. It's during the day. So
what do you mean?
Both games are during the day. So
yeah, I know, but then what if Sunday afternoon somebody's got to do an in-law barbecue or something like that, and then you're like,
it's gonna be bleep out of luck.
Damage is done.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, but
you know what the hardest thing is for me to tell the people in my house who really don't think I work, right? Because my daughter will call me right now and say, "Hey, I left my paper. Can you bring it to me?" I'm like, "It's in the middle of the show.
Same.
It's only going to take a second, Daddy."
Wait till
So,
you get the request from Baby Tadpole for Marcos.
oh my goodness, you know, like
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta do that to because I always have to come in the studio, so they still respect the fact that I leave the house.
Yeah, but you leave if you at home, right?
Exactly. It's different.
They think you're not working.
Yeah, my fiance works from home, and I constantly I'm like, "What are you doing anyway?" And she's like, "I'm at work," and I'm like, "You're in the room. Do this." So I'm actually the person who disrespects you guys. So I apologize.
Yeah, so like just imagine sitting and I say, "Hey," I remember one time because my wife thinks if I watch a game at 12 o'clock, at 1 o'clock, and then watch another game at 4 o'clock, it's like a rerun.
Mhm.
She doesn't know like different games. So I'm like, you know, all that stuff we talk during the week comes from watching this stuff right here. She goes, "What are you talking about? You doze off half the game anyway."
Wow. Big spoon.
I say, hey, I'm tell you what, slow play, right? Like if I'm watching golf, I don't care how important the tournament is. I'll fall asleep on the front nine and I'm get up on the back nine. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like Karen, falling asleep on the bench. Like, which is let me tell you something. Karen, get some sleep. Because if you falling asleep on a machine, like wow.
If you guys want to go see Brooks and Dunn right now, caller number 4 to our contest line, 305-567-0560. Brooks and Dunn bringing their 2024 rebooted tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Caller number 4 to 305-567-0560 will get a pair of tickets to Brooks and Dunn. And you will see them May 3rd at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Caller 4 gets a pair of tickets to Brooks and Dunn at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Back after this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Miami Heat playing tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Heat is a favorite, 1.5-point favorites against Chicago. So see everybody out there. If you guys do still want to go, by the way, tickets are available. You can go to heat.com/postseason tickets to get your seats for tonight's game. Back in the early game tonight. Just a mind, if you have your tickets already, but if you're getting tickets, lie to the boss, get out of there early. Just do what I do with Goaltenders. Well, yeah, because it's a 7:00 game. You know how it is getting down there. Friday, Leroy in Miami. You gotta weasel your way down there. Get
with
yourself
the
in those seats.
construction and the decor.
Yeah. So get on out there. Go check out the new Bayside. It's lovely now. They still
I love when I get off the highway.
Don't look at me like that, Marcos.
And
Why?
I'm looking right. I love when I'm getting off the highway and I'm looking right at the Kaseya Center. And then it takes me on the loop downtown to where I have no idea. I lose it. And I just end up on the other side of the train tracks.
You just got to let me have well, careful, especially, if the birthday girl's there with you. Date's house says Tobin flip-flops on tourist traps too. It does look lovelier. It does. I mean, I don't know if it's fun.
Dude, I'm calling you out.
Why?
You've been hired by Bayside.
What do you mean?
The way you've been advertising this, you tried to stuff it down Jorge Masvidal's throat the other day.
His press conference was there.
Oh, sure it was, dude.
It was
advertising it left and right.
His press conference was there. I've never been hired by if Bayside does want to hire, though. I mean, we'll do some live shows with the one-legged parrot guy. We'll do it.
I'll just take free parking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Or you can do what I did last time we went down there. I had the parking app and I parked, right?
Oh.
But it was the app in Minnesota. So I'm like, JFig, how much did you pay for parking? And she goes, I only paid like $5. And she goes, it's Minnesota.
Good deal.
Good deal.
Yeah, heat.com/postseason tickets if you guys are interested in going tonight to Heat and Bulls playing game. If the Heat win today, then when would the first home game be? The first home game would be
Thursday.
Task at hand. No. If the Heat win, then they would play game 1 would be in Boston Sunday. Then game 2 would be Wednesday. And
Friday.
game 3 wouldn't be until Saturday.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I forgot.
That first round takes a long.
First
round takes.
Guys, this is good. This is good news. Everyone's who, and I'm not saying you guys necessarily, but I have seen the opinion of just end it already. I'd rather it be done. But Heat fans don't understand the position that we're in. We're lucky to be in this position. We are lucky to be in this position. Not only did Jimmy Butler get his injury out of the way, he did it before the first round. At a certain point, the tires were going to come off. All right, let's be honest. It happens every year. But now he did it with an opportunity for us to rest. You said it. By the time we get to game 3, game 4,
Do you think we're going to have a fresh Jimmy Butler for the conference finals?
We're going to have a fresh Jimmy
Butler. Say this? Unless the conference finals are in September.
Yeah. I mean, you basically have to go play the conference finals the first round. That's exactly what's happening next. The conference finals are next. That's the conference finals.
And I say this, and this is just based on what I've seen and what I know from what they're saying about that injury, right? If Jimmy's ready for the AFC conference, I'll be surprised.
Wait, so you're saying he's going to be out till next January?
It's going to be a minute.
A sprain?
Listen, did you hear the first thing I said? All sprains are a level of tear.
I think you just like having. I think you like being cautious with injuries.
No, that's a fact, dude. That's a fact. Hey, Dr.
By the way, coming from this is the guy. By the way, who comes.
Dr. Tobin, will you please tell him that every level sprain, every
He's
sprain
not a real doctor.
is a level tear? He knows about that stuff, though.
He's not. He's just a guy who only watches on Twitch. You would think a guy who's actually saving lives has time to watch us 4 hours a day?
No, isn't he a chiropractor?
We love you, Dr. Toboggan, by the way.
Isn't he a chiropractor?
We love you.
Isn't Dr. Toboggan a chiropractor?
What?
No?
I'm pretty sure he like runs a toll booth.
Okay.
But hey, no.
There's nobody educated who listens to this show.
Toll booth.
Yes.
Man,
Look,
toll
Platinum Swords. Leroy's right. Sprained my ACL. He called it a tear. It's a level tear. He says I'm an IT guy.
He's the tech doctor.
Yes. So I'm like, yeah, dude, I've had enough of these injuries to know. It's a level tear. So the higher the sprain, the worse the tear.
Al Mago says, damn, Tobin, I got a PhD. I listen to you bums. I got to tell you, I am shocked by that. I figured you'd just be watching like documentaries.
Why do we have to be called bums? Right? Like, you got a PhD in what?
So you're telling me Jimmy Butler, they say several weeks. You're saying there's no shot. Like if the Heat did have a miracle run, let's say Tatum and Jaylen Brown,
dude, 20 is several weeks.
Get the bubble guts for an entire series and they can't play. And then we set ourselves up for a Cavs Magic series. Well, hey, we can handle that. No worries. So if we end up in the conference finals, there's no shot he can come back?
No.
He's coming back, dude. They took out Joel Embiid's.
Listen, can I just say this? Why are they so vague with it? He's going to miss multiple weeks.
Several weeks.
You know what? 12 weeks is 3 months. That's several. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like,
we need to find out what grade it is.
Keep in mind, what is he, 34?
Yeah.
What do you think that they're like? No.
Science.
Okay. I'm just giving you facts, dude.
What if he rehabs with Jalen Phillips?
Oh my God.
Jalen Phillips, they might come back at the same time.
No, that's not true.
Oh, way.
Week 1 for JP.
Wait. Who comes back first? Jimmy or Jalen?
So you're saying, will Jalen Phillips be back?
Here we go.
For...
There you go. There you go.
What?
There you
Say
go.
what there you go is. What does that mean?
He's reading it. If you have a grade 1 MCL sprain, you can fully recover as little as 3 weeks. If you have a grade 2-3 MCL strain, you can expect to need at least 4 weeks to recover. Okay. No, he doesn't. Does he have an MCL? He doesn't have an MCL.
It's an MCL.
Oh, it's an MCL. Okay.
What'd you think he had? An ACL?
Yeah.
No, it's not ACL.
Oh, you don't even know the injury, dude.
You're a fearmonger, dude.
Hold on. Let me say this. I've known people to play without an MCL. So.
All right, so you're saying he could be back for the conference finals?
No.
Why?
Dude, oh my God.
That's like a month. That's like end of May.
I'm telling you. See how you said thankfully MCL tears rarely require surgery? I've known people that tore them and they just play with it.
Well, he did play with it. He played the game.
No, he didn't play. He didn't play. He was on the court.
Played the whole game.
He was on the court.
Well,
MCL, the appendix of the knee. That's what they say. You don't even need it, dude.
No, yes.
I'm telling you, they took out Joel Embiid's meniscus. And I don't know what the hell that is, but it sounds like it's close to an MCL.
You know what the meniscus is? They didn't take it out.
They
cleaned it. No, they can't take it out, dude. It's the cushion you have between your tibia and your fibula. They ain't take it out.
Yeah,
they cleaned it.
Well,
cleaned it up.
Whatever they did, it was more than a tickle, which is what we do next. Tickle Leroy's fancy.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to Tickle Leroy Hunter.
My fancy is tickled.
You excited?
Yep.
Let's get to it then, dude. Today, 2:20. The Miami Marlins take on the Chicago Cubs. Take your fancy?
Meatballs on the mound?
I mean, you don't have to call him that, yes, but he is on the mound today. AJ Puck.
No.
Not even see if he can bounce back?
I'm sure he can bounce back, but here's what happens. He'll bounce back, go 6 scoreless innings. It'll be 3-0, and then the final score will be 7-3.
He's not wrong. That's been the formula.
Right. So if my fancy is tickled, it's tickled for 6 or 7 innings.
Fancy, not tickled.
Pretty crazy. All right, Leroy, tonight, 7:00, the Miami Heat take on the Chicago Bulls. Take
Yes,
your fancy?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm interested. I'm
tickled.
interested to see, what the young guys can do. I'm interested to see what Tyler does. I believe Bam is going to be Bam. There's a lot of guys that, we could say, hey, this is the biggest moment of the year. This is the biggest game of the year. Because if you lose, it's over. So there's a lot of guys on the team that we can watch to see what is your response to the most important game of the year. That's Yovi, that's Jaime Jaquez, that's Tyler Hero, right? Caleb, right? Like, yeah.
I'm excited about it. We got it going. It's all happening for us, baby.
Yep.
Windy City, you're up for Timbo Slice 2-0 against Chicago today. I like his mindset. Leroy tomorrow. Devin Haney fights Ryan Garcia in what has been a wild fight promotion thus far. Take your fancy?
No, I'm going to be busy.
What are you doing?
Going
Fancy,
to
not tickled.
I'm going to
Where you
JFig's party.
Oh, all right. Well, my bad. What about tonight, Leroy? Kings, Pels, no Zion. Western Conference final spot. Winner takes on the Thunder. Take your fancy?
I'll give it a looky-loo. It won't have my full
gander?
attention. Yeah, because without Zion, who knows who the Pelicans are? And they got talent. I just think the Kings are the Kings, and they this is where they live.
The Kings are the Kings?
Yeah, like
What does that mean?
like they're good. Nobody pays attention to them, right? In some kind of way, they end up in the playoffs. Wasn't last year? They were like a 1 or 2 seed last year, weren't they?
They were very good last year. They had injuries towards the end of this year. The West was really good this year, though.
There's nobody playing in the play-in that's 4 games under 500 on the West. In the West.
That's tough.
Oof.
Man. When you put it like that. Leroy Sunday, 12:30, game 1. Panthers, Lightning.
Yes.
Take your fancy?
Yep. We got receipts of what has happened over the years against this team. Now would be a perfect opportunity to return the favor.
My fancy is tickled.
Game 1, down the street from my house. Can't wait.
You don't want to get in the building for that one? See a little cat action?
No.
What,
Because the only way I can probably get a ticket at this juncture is no call Paul.
I don't know, but I'm telling you, you're gonna get a call back.
Really?
I know a guy,
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Marcos.
I can maybe hobnob my way.
Marcos has been a hobnobber with Club Red.
No, No,
I don't call it that anymore. What do they call it? The JetBlue Lounge?
I've come to the conclusion. I've come to the conclusion that if ever I'm gonna need tickets to a sporting event, that I'm gonna just go ahead on and buy them. Right. So, and the only person I would go to the game with, it has to work. So I probably won't go, but I'll be front and center on TV.
That's nice of you, Leroy. I can call out though if you like.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Man. Something, huh?
Yep.
Leroy, 1 o'clock. Game 1. Heat Celtics. Took your fancy?
Nope.
Why?
Task at hand.
I mean, we know what the task is going to be tonight, dude. Come on,
listen. The way this team has been all year, I'm not making no assumptions. I'm not doing it.
But let's
Sorry.
just think about this.
Sorry, they earned it. They earned it.
Let's just
They're in the fact that I don't make no assumptions.
Let's just we take tonight, right? We beat the Bulls, and then just like we put the fear of God in the Celtics. Just take game 1. They're freaking out. Everyone. What's happening? I thought Tatum, generational talent.
So wait.
Guys, we're taking game 1. I want you to know.
No fear.
Easily.
You know what you go into a game? The Heat are in a spot now against the Celtics once they win this game tonight, right?
Yeah.
It's house money, baby. We don't have our star.
Is it?
Now all the expectations. Hey, Boston, don't lose.
Don't lose.
Don't lose to the Heat without Jimmy Butler.
Some have said we play better without Jimmy. Some
people are idiots.
I mean, some people have said that. I wasn't me. I wouldn't necessarily agree with them. Some people say we play more cohesive.
Don't lose game 1 to the Heat without Jimmy Butler, because then all of a sudden the noise starts creeping in.
Can I just make a small suggestion?
Sure.
Get to game 1.
I know, task at hand. But let's just say theoretically we handle our task.
I'm not doing it.
We handle our task.
I'm not putting that out.
Why not?
Because I don't do that. I'm not looking. Really? I'm not looking past no game. Right? And you know why I don't look past no game? The Wizards.
Right, the Wizards is a good argument, but just saying handle the task, and then all of a sudden we handle that task. Our next task at hand. Oh, okay. Theoretically, if we handled that task, would that tickle your fancy?
Of course.
All right, that's all I wanted.
No, but like you see,
My fancy is tickled.
You put it out there.
A theoretical tickling. That's all I was asking for, dude.
Yeah,
just a little coochie coochie coo. Coochie coochie coo.
That just sounded horrible.
Why you don't do that?
You take game 1, and then all of a sudden they get all nervous. The O'Keefes and the O'Malleys, you know, because they know, like, oh, this team, they just never die. They never are able to put the Heat away. You know, they think they have them down. Now you feel like you have them down and out. Then all of a sudden you take home court advantage like that.
Again.
Task at hand, of course.
I appreciate that.
Listen, I'm gonna have a task at hand one way or the other this weekend. It's either gonna be taking game 1 against the Celtics, or I'm making my whale chart. So one or the other.
Wait. I thought we weren't allowed to.
Oh, season's over. I'm allowed to do what I want.
Isn't that an additional rule that you have created?
Yeah, I make my own rules.
Huh?
What do you think I'm going to do? A summer of no rumors? Okay,
no.
dude.
No, that'd be ridiculous.
You can do whatever you want as soon as you wear that baby costume.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that either because Jimmy Butler's not playing tonight, so it doesn't count.
No!
Doesn't count. Like I said, yes, it doesn't count.
I cannot believe you. Oh,
it doesn't count. Jimmy Butler. I mean, like Jimmy Butler is not on the team, and it doesn't count.
JFig says you need a temperature change guy. Yo, it's a baby.
Telling you, but it doesn't matter. We're winning with.
Did I even shake that thermometer? Turn over. Come on, dude. What are you doing? How are you reneging on the bet?
I'm not reneging on a bet. The bet is off the board. You know
why?
Because Jimmy's not playing.
Okay.
Not the Heat I bet on.
Oh my goodness. This is egregious.
You know I pay all my bets, but this is not the same bet.
This is egregious.
It's not the same bet.
Them's the breaks.
It's not. No, literally what broke was Jimmy Butler's knee.
So
and
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you bet the Heat
Yeah.
tonight, do you get your money back if somebody doesn't play?
Depends. Did you play a prop or did you?
No,
just do
I
a
said if you
game?
bet the Heat.
Yeah, but that's not what I said in my bet. I said, unless Jimmy Butler and Bam get kidnapped and his knee kidnapped him. Kelly Oubre kidnapped my Jimmy Butler.
What? You did
Kidnapped
not say
him,
that.
dude.
You are. Oh, this is the
Kidnapped
worst.
him.
This is,
I'm not doing it.
dude.
You
But
know
I'm
what?
not going to have to do it anyway because the Heat are going to win and make the playoffs.
This is right on par with this show. The integrity of this show has gone down. Let me tell you why. JFig hasn't done her dartboard. Tobin hasn't done his dartboard.
That's why I don't feel any judgment from JFig.
Leroy got out of his Kyle Lowry bet.
Yeah, but wait. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay. He offered to let me out. I said, okay. I said, yes. We didn't give him an out. And
sounds like you should be
if I
more
wouldn't have
understanding.
and wait. And here, side note, he scored 50.
He did.
So even if
So you should be thanking me even more. You should be thanking me even more.
Why? He scored 50.
Why? Yeah, he scored more than Leroy would have won.
Also, huh?
He would have if he wasn't such a coward.
Okay, but that's fine. You are losing the bet.
No.
Oh, this right here. This right here. I don't even know if we can make eye contact.
Honestly, it's not going to matter because the Heat are going to.
Here, I'll do it right here.
But it's a shame.
I'm not doing it. Jimmy Butler's not playing that. It doesn't count.
Oh my goodness! Wow,
fraudulent, dude.
Fraudulent.
Absolutely. There's kids
oh
crying.
Oh my goodness!
Doesn't count, kids.
Somewhere, little baby.
So that's where we are now. We can make just willy-nilly wagers, and if we don't like the circumstances of what's going on, we can just.
It's not the circumstances. You guys aren't being grown-ups about it. Like you guys,
really?
See, you were wrong. It's like, oh, I was supposed to predict Jimmy Butler's MCL was gonna tear. Like that's the same thing.
Of the game.
Yeah. Okay. Grow up.
What size do you wear? Extra large or double X?
I wear no size because nothing's happening. So sorry.
You like you.
Sorry.
You're gonna be in your Depends, and JFig is gonna be in a tub of ice.
The only thing that's gonna depend is how it's not gonna happen or how it's not gonna happen.
Okay, Felipe.
Huh?
Felipe the fraud. YouTube. Peas in a pod. Peas in a fraud. Peas in a pond. Now we're talking.
Take a break. Back after this.
So disturbing.
right, welcome back, everybody. Time to get some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers. Now, the flavor I'm holding up, it should be peach raspberry because it's more peach than it is raspberry.
But they call it raspberry peach?
Yeah.
Okay. You're quibbling. I mean, you're quibbling with a flavor title.
I'm not, hey, as much of these things as we have perused on, we've tried them all. Why not? You don't even taste raspberry.
I don't even remember. Like you were raving about that one. I thought it was good. I didn't remember thinking it was the greatest flavor I've ever had. I mean, I'm more of I like the Galaxy vibe way more than that.
The Galaxy vibe. That's the fruit punch one.
Yeah.
No, Cosmic Vibe is the fruit punch one.
That's also good.
That's right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Which one do I have? The one with the watermelon and strawberry.
Galaxy.
Yeah, that one's delicious.
Cats get their first round going on Sunday. 12:30 is your puck drop from Amerant Bank Arena. Just got word from the Cats that Evan Rodrigues is going to join us at the top of next hour. So we will talk first round series with Evan Rodrigues, first year with the Cats. He has had a great year with the Panthers, and so I'm sure he's excited to get going.
Hasn't everybody had a pretty good? Everybody's had a good year, right? Is there anybody that you've watched on this team and go, he's not playing as well as he did in years past?
No, I can't really say. I mean, it's been a good year.
It's been a good year. Reinhardt, did we think Reinhardt was gonna last the whole season and end up with what, 57?
Yeah, Reinhardt's year was insane.
Because it started off and you're like, oh, okay, it's early in the season, but it never stopped.
Yeah, it was an insane year. But we'll talk to Evan coming on up at the top of next hour and get to our stuff. There. Meanwhile, the Heat, they're in action tonight. 7 o'clock is your tip off from
Nervous?
Kaseya Center.
Little worried?
No.
Can I just say this? What I have is, I don't know if it's nervousness, but I'm a big believer in this. A 1-game sample size where anything can happen.
I just want this.
It's a tough spot. Okay, what do you want me to say?
I just want you to stop saying the term one game sample.
It's a 1-game sample in a sport that normally plays 7-game series.
Like the haunted ghost of this 1-game sample.
So you think nothing of it?
No, I mean, obviously we got Nick Batum.
Because guess what?
You've already proven your point. Like we got you.
You think that the Heat?
1-game sample can go the other way, though.
You think that the Heat? Yes, but I'm giving.
Like the Heat can come out.
Give you the other way. You say the Heat can go and get game 1 from Boston.
Mm-hmm.
What if that was a 1-game sample? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Do you think the Heat are better than the Celtics? But
not without Jimmy.
But in a 7-game series, right? It'll usually play out.
Usually it does, yes.
In a 1-game sample, when you already think that he could go and get one without Jimmy, like to have that be the end of your season. So why can't it happen to you? I'm not saying that the Heat can't win. I'm saying it terrifies me that a sport that normally plays a series has a 1-game sample.
I got you. You've made that very clear over the last week.
And for some reason, you just...
I'm not dismissing it. I literally told you, like, we literally already got 1-game sample. We got Nick Batum. Like, what are you talking about? You've already made your point. We get it. Kobe White could come in here today, and that would be a 2-game sample because he was just awesome. Also, in a 1-game sample, Nikola Jovic should come out, and he could score 30. That would be a 1-game sample. Like, all right, I got you. What do you think's going to happen tonight? How about that? Instead of just saying 1-game sample.
I don't think Kobe White is going to score 42 again. Right. And I think if you slow DeMar DeRozan down, I don't have that much confidence in nobody else. So you got those two guys. Can you match their points? And then you just muck it up.
Caruso, by the way, says he expects to play. There's some questions.
Oh, I thought he was going to be out.
No, he said today he expects to play. Gritty.
Caruso is
Intangibles.
Caruso is their Caleb Martin.
He's he causes havoc.
Right.
He causes havoc.
So
What's Steph doing, dude? What's he doing? He's
the
like
bald,
good for some camera time.
The bald guy with a headband. Does he get sweat in his eyes?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, it's a very thick headband. It looks like
It's a thick headband, and he is bald.
Yeah, he's very, very bald. So yeah, that tonight, 7:00, 5:45 is preheat with Solana. They will get you set for all the action. Schmeathan wants a prediction. I'd say that he'd blow him out tonight.
Blow him out.
Blow him out.
Okay.
Blow them out.
But you're gonna say that you're never here.
I said close game against the Sixers. I thought they were going to win a close game.
Here's what I would say. In all of your predictions since I've known you, you have never come on the air and said, "I don't think that he's gonna win."
And I've mostly been right.
What do you do?
I've mostly been right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I've picked them to go to the finals the last 4 years. I've mostly been right.
Marcos, do you understand why doing a show with this guy is difficult?
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, he's mostly been right.
Okay, but
stop it.
As long as I've known you, this is you. Well, we got to see what's going to happen. One game.
No, that's not true.
This is you. I'm Leroy. Well, this is a one game set. We got to see what's going to happen. Task at hand.
I said before you start talking about the Boston series, I said I hate one game samples. I said I hate the fact that anything could happen, and just being in that situation is terrifying.
I'm not terrified.
Could the Heat win? Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've had Jimmy Butler stolen from me, so I feel like I've already had.
Okay, so you're gonna. So that's okay. So you have a built-in excuse. That doesn't change what has.
It's not a built-in excuse. It's just that, like, if you lose your best player, Leroy, if you lose your best player, any team out there that loses their best player, yes, it hurts. It sucks.
Yes, it does.
Not saying that they could obviously go out there and they could beat Chicago without Jimmy Butler. We've seen them win games without Jimmy Butler before. But, like, we're going to act like this guy doesn't have the biggest hand in what they've done over the last 5 years and all the elite things that they've done. He has. So
Jennifer has said it perfectly. What happened to we have enough?
I just said they were going to blow them out.
Okay. Okay.
It's literally my prediction. They are going to win tonight. Jovic.
Yep. And we're still in game one.
For sure.
Easily. We'll lose game two. We'll give them game two.
They're going to hate Jaime Jaquez so much in Boston after this weekend. And they're going to have to stew on it for 2 days.
Will it work?
Who's this guy? Why is his hair like that? Jamie Jaquez? Jamie Jocks? This wasn't on the scouting report.
It wouldn't be Jamie. They wouldn't be able to pronounce Jamie.
You don't think they could? Yeah,
because Jamie has an I. Does he have an IE on the end?
Yeah.
I thought it was only an E.
What?
On the end of his name.
Nobody spells their name like that. No Jamie spell their name like that.
Jaime.
Yeah, Jaime's. But if you call him Jamie, if you gringo it, you still spell it the same way.
Same way.
Here he goes. He's got to go into the Google machine to prove it. Good luck. Dude.
I think you're
in a one Google sample. Totally right.
So that's what. So you're gonna get on me.
Take a quick break here on the show.
How did this become Bash Leroy?
Take a break. Back after this.
Sponsored by Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, home of the $8,000 trade. Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com.
Hey.
15 minutes of heat here for you. 560 WQAM. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
How has the new T-Swift album been on your birthday?
I don't know. I haven't been listening at all.
You didn't listen to it at all, huh? I don't know. What you got there? What is that shirt you're showing us?
No, it says Reputation on it.
What does that mean? Is that the name of the album?
No, the one that she should have released, but it's okay.
Oh,
she hosed down Kim Kardashian. That's the word.
Oh, I heard.
I know. I can't wait to hear it.
Hosed her down, dude. Hosed her down. Her and Kanye.
She had some bars in there, dude.
All of a sudden, she's getting to the diss track game, and I hear Drake is next.
Oh.
Drake's probably like, oh, thank God. Taylor Swift's out. Whew.
They get along though, right? It's fine.
No, he's probably just like, oh, great. Oh, we can take a break from this beef nonsense. Tired. I don't want to try. Rick Ross is going to be too busy listening to T Swift.
I mean, he's not losing though.
Drake?
Yeah.
At life, but I feel like he is losing the beef. It feels like everybody hates him.
No, he's still winning. He's still winning.
But just because he's the most famous. That's why.
No, his song was the best, and he's the richest.
No, he is. But that again goes
just going by the song.
Oh, okay.
Reports are surfacing now within the last 48 hours that in addition to him insinuating that Kendrick Lamar, 50% of Kendrick Lamar's income goes to his label leader, there's reports also that his deal with Universal Music has resulted in all these artists that are mad at him, he's getting a percentage of their stuff. So now rumors are flying around that he's putting out cease and desist for various songs that he's been featured on. And long story short, everyone thinks he's profiting off of their music. So when Rick Ross releases a new song, a portion of those proceeds go to Drake.
I get it. So it's kind of like The Rock taking a piece of WWE now. Like all of a sudden he owns all of it.
Yeah, he's a player, owner, coach.
So this goes way past him just dirty macking everybody's girls.
You know what? It continues to have more and more layers as the day goes by. But hey, enough of them. All right. It's all about Taylor and Kim beef now. That's what we're
right. Exactly, dude.
My friend sent me yesterday a link of Crowder's wife being hit on by Drake.
Yep. And Leroy sent it also earlier today.
No, yeah, I keep getting it sent to me, and it's like I know, guys.
I mean, he's obviously very flummoxed by it because he lost a tooth yesterday.
Oh my goodness,
that was insane. I couldn't stop laughing at that.
It's incredible.
Here's the thing. First of all, he tried to catch it.
Woo!
And second of all, Solana just Crowder, did you lose a tooth? Like, things you would not hear on a radio station.
It's crazy. It's going national too. Everybody's starting to catch wind of Crowder losing, and it was a front tooth too. It was not like
those are very expensive. How did it just fall out that way?
A top chiclet.
Yeah, that's a primary chiclet.
That's a primary chiclet.
It was one. It looked like it was one of his canines.
We got this up here for our listening or for our viewing audience here.
Have the connection with UM.
Hello? Which part of that is false? You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but the connection with UM is there.
But they had a connection to UM last year.
But they thought they were going to be wrestlers.
Regardless, they still had that connection last year.
And they didn't play.
I know, they left.
Crowder, did you just lose one of your teeth?
Thanks, so.
That puppy goes flying.
Wow. You just put it back? I don't know what to do.
What do you do? I think you gotta
Jimmy keep such a great composure.
You think he feels terrible, but that tooth is that
look at it.
Splits the uprights.
That's like it looked like when you were a kid and you put the string around your tooth to pull it out.
He lost it in bold letters. That was quick.
There is poltergeist in that.
Is he gonna be ready for the draft show, Marcos? What's his injury for?
I tell you what, I got some content, and I'm doing 5 minutes on his tooth, baby. I'm gonna do at least 3 to 5 minutes on his Drake beef and tooth.
Jesus, that was something. Flew out of there.
Mm-hmm.
All over the Cavender twins.
Yeah, all over the Cavender twins.
Who would have thought it was that? What are we discussing that gets Crowder so fired up his teeth can't stay together? What are we talking? We talking 2 extension? We talking the Heat? Cavender twins returning.
Well, you know that pressure when he tried to say WWE.
It's rough.
Those teeth are mighty expensive for them to be flying out like that.
That tooth flew out like a field goal that just went wide right.
Yep.
Just took off.
He didn't even go straight at the screen with it. Went sideways.
Thank God he was home. Imagine if he was like, on site somewhere or
if you lost the tooth here. Oof.
Oh yeah, good luck.
Good luck, dude.
Can you really lose a tooth there?
Question.
See it.
Do you need to dip that thing in something? You just pick it up off the floor and put it back in?
Oh, 5 seconds.
I don't know how that works. So, like, how does that work?
I don't know. He just put it back in. I would have
brush it.
Dip it in mouthwash, some
You gotta soak it for a little bit.
Yeah, like, you can't just put that thing back in your mouth from off.
You know how you clean dentures? That's the same way.
Look. And look, Solana's like looking.
That thing shot out like a bullet.
That's like a cartoon.
Man.
Jimmy don't know how to react.
We don't know like what we're doing.
Jimmy was trying to be polite, and then he just had to like hide his face.
Yeah, like what? I mean, like how do you process this?
Well, and Hawk responded like what me and Tobin would have did if either one of us had lost our tooth.
Man, crazy. Is he going to be available for the show today?
I don't know.
How much show is left when he lost his
He
tooth?
will
Is this
stream
early?
live from the dentist.
I believe it was relatively early because I remember hearing it. I can actually tell you exactly what it was because I remember photoshopping a picture immediately because I'm a child. Yeah.
Can we see the photo?
Yeah, for sure. So this was this was early on, dude. This was like the first headlines. First like
Oh wow. So he had to rally for the whole show.
Yeah, I'm a child.
Wow.
Did that immediately, sent it on
He
over.
also photoshopped me today, which proves
Yeah, ever since I got this fold phone, I do a lot of different weird things now.
Oh my goodness. Don't worry. It's coming.
So far, so good.
Rebecca and Mel had that phone.
Don't wish that on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm just telling you. It is what it is. Had to get up out of that trap.
Don't wish that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh man. Sergey Bob over Fivovsky says he looks better without the tooth than Solana does with any of his outfits.
But why, when all this was going down, why did Solana look like he was taking a headshot?
I don't know. Was it Heat Photo Day or something?
No, I don't know. But watch. Like if you go back and watch, everybody's talking and Solana's just taking it like he's taking a headshot.
What's crazy is they don't broadcast live either. This is just kind of, they take whatever clips. So he can be as relaxed or not as he like. But no, he's used to the TV. That's what it is. My boy's been on CBS recently.
Look at Solana. He looks like he's taking a headshot.
That's what you got to do, man. He's made for TV, guys. He's not like us bums here on radio.
Hey, speak for yourself.
True. It's your birthday.
I can't believe how fast that tooth flies out.
That tooth, like,
because that's on slow-mo speed. It goes pew. Throw some gas, that dude.
That's crazy, dude.
Hawk didn't realize.
He doesn't know how to react.
He doesn't know how to react.
Well, how are you supposed to react? It's hilarious.
We would have did. We would have fell on the floor.
I replayed it so many times.
Man, trying to review the footage, see what happened. Yeah, it's back in there.
Look, he's not real secure about it. He don't feel.
Oh wait, he put it back in.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Yes, He picked it up and just put it back in. I don't know what's worse.
Crowder is
Losing the tooth or you picking it up off the ground and putting it back in.
Like,
how does
it so like does it like just glue on there? Like how does it work?
When they do it, it fits. The glue might have just been loose, but it fits right on the, fits right in there.
Oh.
Can we now refer to this as Toothgate?
Yes.
Make sure this is the front of the newsletter, JFig.
Yeah.
Just that picture right there. Show the before and after.
People still put stuff on milk cartons. We need to put a tooth on a milk carton.
Oh man.
No, you can't. Here, my bigger issue is you can't pick it up off the ground and then put it back in your mouth.
Oh yeah, you can.
Doesn't it require can you soak it or something or brush it?
No way. That's the least of my issues.
Really?
Get that. Real quick, 5-second rule, man. 5-second rule.
You put a nasty tooth back in your mouth.
Yeah, sometimes I drop
I mean,
spittle.
like, what's nastier, being in your mouth originally for the tooth or being on the floor? Like, it's back in its home. It's good. Crazy.
No.
That is wild. All right, we'll take a quick break. Evan Rodrigues from the Panthers. He'll join us at the top of next hour. Back after this.
We gonna start this thing over. Blue ball in the middle.
All right, welcome back, Tobin and Leroy. Take you guys up until 2. Got some news, Leroy, that's happening right now. Of course, very interested this weekend in the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia fight that was supposed to be for a 140-pound title. Not anymore. Apparently, Ryan Garcia has missed weight by 3 pounds.
Wow. Damn it, dude. Kind of like could have predicted that based off of how
he was running his mouth.
He's been acting crazy.
Reports out of camp recently did come out though that they were scared that he wasn't going to make it, and then all of a sudden I saw videos of him like running and
it was like partying in the club like the week of this press tour this week. Like he is, but people are also very concerned for him because he's had a lot of weird posts on social media and things like that. But now they had like a bet yesterday about like because Devin Haney's like, I hear you're not going to make weight. And he goes, I bet you I make weight. I'll bet you $500,000 that I make weight. And so he goes, bet me $500,000 a pound. And he bet him. Now, I don't know if he's going to see that money, but he bet him.
So, okay, what happens now?
They're apparently renegotiating the deal. According to Dan Rayfield, longtime boxing reporter, says high drama at the Haney Garcia weigh-in. Haney strips down to make 140, but per person in the room, Garcia has not yet weighed in and is going to be about 3 pounds overweight. The disaster continues. Per source, sides were going to redo the contract because Garcia will be overweight and the commission wouldn't let him try to lose that much. Garcia then tweets, Garcia is indeed way overweight. He scales at 143.2 pounds per source. He's not eligible to win the title. Sides negotiated to move forward. Absolute disaster, but absolutely expected.
I mean, nobody thought he was going to win anyway, right?
The odds were very, very much against him in this fight. Devin Haney, I think it was a minus 850. I'll check the hard. That's what it was last night. I'll check what it is now after missing weight. But first, I wonder if the Hard Rock even has it listed right now. But I will, if they do, I'd imagine that it's let me see. I think they took it off. Nope, it's back. Okay. Still 850. So if you want to make,
you have to bet $85 to win 10.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You can bet him by decision because he's not gonna. I mean, I'd be surprised if he knocked him out because Devin Haney doesn't knock people out. But maybe he's too tired to get through the fight.
If he lost that much weight and still couldn't make his weight, dude is going to be seeing spots.
So you want to go like bet rounds?
How many is a 12-round fight?
12-round fight.
12-round fight. I say he makes it 3.
Let's see. 3. So if you go and you want to bet, I think you can get some action on this, Leroy, that you might like. Devin Haney to win rounds 1 through 6 plus 550.
If he wins within those rounds.
Within the first 6 rounds.
They don't have one in the first 3?
Either fighter to win in the first 3 rounds is plus 1,400.
There you go.
That's what you want to go with?
Yep.
Chili pepper.
Chili pepper.
Exciting. I love boxing shenanigans.
You know what's going to happen, right? Ryan Garcia is going to hit him over the head and knock him out.
No, I don't think so. He says, you still think, Dan Rayfield says, do you guys still think Ryan Garcia is trolling? Please, the kid shouldn't be fighting, not mentally or physically ready, obviously. He has problems and I feel bad for him. He has a good heart and is messed up. Nobody around him gives a damn. Haney is going to hurt him.
Yep.
Well, that is a problem when you have Oscar De La Hoya as your promoter. Like, how's he going to see a problem? Oscar, I think he's a little off. And Oscar's looking at me and goes, I don't see the issue.
That's because he's looking through the same eyes.
He's like, I don't see what's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Anyway, that's what's going on in the boxing world. We'll talk a little Cats coming up at the top of the hour. Evan Rodrigues from the Panthers is going to join us. There is a report that say the fight is still going to go on. Haney has said that Garcia has honored their press conference bet and will pay him a total of $1.5 million.
Really?
Wow. How about that?
I'll believe it when I see it, dude.
I think. Well,
But so, what was his purse?
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was a big purse.
Like, you think what 10 million?
Let's see. I'll look it up. I'm not positive. I don't want to like throw numbers out there, but it's it's not like he's gonna make nothing because he's paying this over. Still though, man,
1.5
million for missing weight.
Because here's the deal, right? Nobody ever comes in underweight. So how would you ever get money the other way? That was a one-sided bet. You see what I'm saying? If you fighting at 140, nobody comes in at 135. So how was he like? That's just a one-sided deal. Which I would question his head right then and there.
De La Hoya claims that they could, like, I guess if the pay-per-view does well, he could reach up to 30. But I don't know. I don't know what the guarantee is for Ryan Garcia on this.
Okay.
I don't know what the baseline is for it. But that's a big miss.
Oh, it's a 55-45 purse split in favor of Garcia. Whoa. It's in favor of Garcia. So Garcia gets most of that?
Yeah, but he might have a smaller he might have a smaller guarantee too.
Okay, I got you.
So
how many pay-per-views you think it's gonna do?
Ryan Garcia's a big star, man. Like him and Gervonta did over 1 million, and nobody does that anymore. There's been a lot of promotion around this fight. I would say it's probably going to do at least 500,000 buys, at least.
All right.
So that's really good business.
It's good business, but he's still like.
But I mean, people are right. He probably shouldn't be fighting.
He 3 rounds. Boop, boop.
All right, Leroy. There you go. Leroy's chili.
Unless my man is putting it out there and trolling, and then Devin Haney goes out there and get a hit with an overhand right and go night-night because he ain't paying attention.
I don't think he is trolling. I don't know. I thought some of that too, like because he's such a social media savant, but when he actually misses the weight and has to pay over $1 million, I'm like, I don't know. It's a very expensive joke.
So he's made a lot of money then if he's just throwing away $1.5 million like that.
He's making good money. Yeah, I mean the last couple of fights for sure. I'm sure he made a lot of money from the Tank Davis fight.
Right.
He's trying to get out of the Oscar De La Hoya promotion because I think he's tired of De La Hoya taking a cut, but yeah, pretty wild. Anyway, he back in action tonight. Zach Lowe, by the way, Lowe Post. He's come out with his awards for this was his ballot this year, and all defensive first team: Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, Herb Jones, the Pelicans, Anthony Davis. Bam Adebayo.
Really?
Put Bam on his first team this year. So there you go.
What they ask, it's unfair that the team can't score because what they ask Bam to do defensively, when all we do is look at numbers, is amazing, right? They ask him to do more than any other player on that team.
I think the other thing that probably frustrates Bam too is like he's got to get a lot of these guys open too with screens and so like just getting
or that he's always there.
Yeah, people
he don't miss many games and everybody else is in, out, out.
People are like, oh, the guy always gets a pass. First of all, I don't think he gets a pass. I feel like the first guy everybody criticizes on this damn team whenever they fail is him.
Yeah, because you know why? He's the only one out there.
So I don't feel like he gets a pass. I feel if anything, he's probably the most scrutinized guy on the team. Maybe Tyler's taken a little bit more brunt of it lately, but since they've both been on the team, I feel like Bam's the one who's taken more criticism. But either way, yeah, he does a lot for this team. He always is providing the defense, the facilitating, getting guys open with screens,
right?
All that type of stuff. You can't just look at this and be like, oh, if Bam's responsibility was, hey, Bam, go take 25 shots a game. And if he came in and he showed up and he's letting everybody go by willy-nilly and he's having 4 rebounds a game, then you'd be like, all right, let's roast the guy. Let's because you're a max player. You're like, oh, but he's a max player. It's like, yeah, he's a max player. Like, let me give it to this way, Heat fans. If you really wanted to change things for the Heat this year and you hey, let's blow it up. I don't know what that means for the Heat this year. What that like, I don't know what you think blowing it up means. Like, I don't know what you think you're going to get for Tyler Hero. I don't know what you think you would get for a Jimmy Butler. If you really wanted to blow things up and you wanted to say, hey, let's get the most back, the most valuable guy that you could trade on this team by far and away is Bam Adebayo. Do you know the people who would line up to give you whatever you want for Bam Adebayo?
Pretty much.
So maybe some Heat fans are like, oh, great, let's go and get that. But the whole point, like, it's a crazy thing to think about that there are Heat fans who look at the guy and they think, oh, he's no good. He's too soft. He's not a true leader of the team. And the rest of the league is here sitting you telling you, hey, first team all defense, was a lock for the Olympic team. Every damn young star around the league loves the guy. Damian Lillard didn't want to come here to play with Jimmy Butler. He wanted to play with Bam Adebayo, one of his best friends. And, you know, like when he goes out there and he doesn't score you 30 because he's got to go stop the guy on the other side and also get his shooters open, you know, but nobody wants to hear it. So hopefully, you know, there's put ball in his hands today, give him the opportunity to go out there and take 18 shots and see what happens. No Jimmy out there today. That opportunity will likely be there, but it is one of these things where you notice when everybody gets healthy and everybody comes back, his shots go down, his shots go down, his shots go down. Why? Because they take for granted. They're like, hey, Bam, can you do this? Can you get this guy open? Can you go and get all the rebounds? Can you go get all the blocks? You know, like that's just the facts of it. And
what do you think at any point he's going to get tired of this though?
I think there's been elements of him that is. I think that's been there.
Right.
You know, he keeps it PC, but I think there's been elements that he's
is
tired of that.
This is what happened to me in college. Because I was the one guy who could play all the positions in the backfield. So they would move me around when everybody was healthy.
Fullback horde.
And I was like, wait a minute. Because what happened was we had a competition for the starting tailback, right? I won the job. The very first week of the season, the fullback got hurt. So they moved me to fullback and then put Tony in, right? And I was like, how did I? And then Bunch came back 4 weeks later, and then it was Bunch and Tony, and I was standing on the sidelines. I'm like, how is this possible?
Yeah, I just like looked at that last playing game. I'm like, all right, yeah, he scored 10, but nobody gave him the ball.
Right.
Like if he was 5 for 18, okay, we could say, hey, way to build a brick house.
We had one of those.
Yeah, way to build a brick house, Bam. But you know how like they tried to go down with Tyler shooting them, and it didn't work out so good. So they got to make it up tonight to keep their season alive.
Now I think it'll be a little better for Bam tonight, because he don't have
you don't got Embiid. Yeah, you don't got to deal with Embiid for sure.
Right.
Tonight, I think it's fair to expect more offensively from him.
Right.
But those matchups where you got to take on Joker or you got to take it on Embiid. Yeah.
There's only one person you can ask to do that, and that's Bam.
Crazy, man. We'll take a break. When we come back, we are expected to be joined by Panthers winger Evan Rodrigues, expected to join the show. Take a break. Final hour of the show coming up after this.
WQA
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Devin Haney has tweeted out, Leroy, by the way, that he has the bet has been honored. I don't know if he got Venmo'd 1.5 million, but he says that that Ryan Garcia has honored the 1.5 mil handshake agreement.
I would say they just take it out of the purse.
Yeah, they're probably just shuffling it around. But anyway, definitely something to keep an eye on. We will talk a little boxing coming up later on this hour with Aliyah Orozco. She has covered boxing for Overtime and DAZN. So we'll talk about this upcoming matchup with her. We'll also want to get to a little hockey as well, as the Panthers are getting set for Game 1 of their first round series against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Those dastardly Tampa Bay Lightning, Leroy. Hate their ass.
And this is Evan's first year, right? So
yeah,
he doesn't fully. I wonder if they let him know what's up with Tampa Bay.
I don't know.
They probably have though, because they've played together before.
One would think. Yeah, one would think that he is. He's got to be in on the rivalry and figure things out on where things are. I would think so. If not, I'll let him know.
Yeah, it's
Not
Tampa
so long
and Carolina.
ago they played together. Come on, guys.
It's Tampa and Carolina, right? Those two teams.
I don't like Carolina either. Yeah, that's definitely in there for sure. Definitely in there for sure. We got him, Marcos. He's on the line. All right, cool. Let's go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. Evan Rodrigues joining us here from the Florida Panthers. Evan, thanks for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
We were just discussing this before while you were connecting. When you got here, Evan, did you realize how much we hate Tampa's ass? And can you just make quick work of them, please? Because man, we really hate them. They've brought a lot of heartache.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. It's always fun being a part of rivalry games and rivalry series, and we'll definitely look to get on the right end of this one.
Have you ever found yourself in the flip side of it? Like, oh man, I was on this side of a rivalry, and then it's like, oh, now I'm on the other side of it. Is that weird for a professional athlete? If that when that happens, like, oh, you were with us and now you're against us.
I've never had that in my career. I can imagine for some guys it'd probably be a little weird. Usually when you're a part of a team, you're close with a lot of the guys, and flipping over to the far side and the other side, I guess, and getting those competitive juices going and, fighting against guys that are probably some of your close friends would be a little difficult. But, at the end of the game, or at the end of the day, we're all really competitive people, and, you're going to bring your best no matter what.
Evan, that did happen to me. I was playing for one team, and then 2 weeks later I was on the other team. It was kind of weird. Like it's just a weird, it's a weird dynamic game planning for a team that you end up being on. Like, yeah, it was a weird thing.
Yep. And then you can kind of give the inside scoop a little bit.
A little bit. But it was just, I just felt like just really awkward. Like walking into the locker room and, like you don't know how to act. But I would imagine going into, these playoffs and kind of getting everything on, like you guys had a struggle for about a couple of weeks there, and getting everything going and kind of getting a feel for, what playoff hockey is going to be like. You got to feel good going into these playoffs, right? Just because of how you were able to kind of right the ship at the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely. I think as a group, our team's kind of built for the playoffs a little bit. And once you clinch and, we put ourselves in a pretty good spot, it's, when you play 82 games, it's easy to take your foot off the gas. And we kind of knew where we were at as a team, and, going into playoffs, you don't want to get hurt, and, you might take games a little easier, but, our coaching staff, all the players, we all have full faith in each other. And, I think especially in the last game too, when we knew we had to turn it on and, we knew if we won, we could clinch the division. You saw exactly what kind of our team is when we're all going and all pulling on the rope. And, I think you're going to see that from the drop of the puck in game one, and we're going to get right back to, that hard-nosed game that we like to play.
Was there ever a point, Evan, during the struggles that you were nervous you guys couldn't get back there? Because your coach never seemed to waver. He always seemed pretty even keel after every game we're listening to his press conferences, and he never seemed to waver. But I guess you personally, was there ever a thought of, man, what happened to that team that was beating the brakes off of everybody in the middle of the year? What was maybe any concern level that you had that you couldn't get back to it?
No, I honestly don't think there was. I think from, again, like I said, from coaching staff to players, we kind of knew where we were at. We would have, liked to win some of those games, and, you want to win every game, obviously, but we knew exactly the type of team we had, and we knew exactly, what we were going to bring come playoffs. Again, like I said, we're a hard-nosed team, and it's hard to do that for 82 games. And I think, we took our foot off the gas a little bit. But we, as a whole, we knew come game one and come the end of the year that we were going to turn it on, and we'll be ready to go, right, like I said, right when the puck dropped.
Is Paul Maurice that mellow with you guys at practice? I can't believe how calm and, hey, we know exactly what's going on, and I'm happy where my guys. Is he that way all the time? Because this would be a first for me to see a coach that mellow.
No, definitely not. He's, I would say for the most part, he's maybe a little bit of the opposite. He knows how. He's really good at reading a room, and he knows when he needs to get us amped up, and he knows when it's time to be calm. And I think it's actually, a really good quality that he has. And I think he just knew where we were in the season and where our mindset was at. And, but it wasn't like that the first, 40, 50 games of the year. It was very much, enthusiastic and, hard. And I think in the playoffs, it'll be like that again. No, he's very good at reading our locker room, and he's very good at knowing what we need as a group. And he's done a great job with it all year long.
Evan, what changes once we get to Sunday, intensity wise, in playoff hockey? Everybody talks about it. It's like no other sport, the way the desperation picks up. So I guess from your standpoint, what changes the most once it gets to postseason time?
It's just the physicality, I think, of it. It's, you don't go into a game feeling 100% ever. There's always, bumps and bruises, and you see a lot more block shots and, a lot more hits, and you kind of put your body through, you almost prepare yourself for going to war for 2 months. And that's what it, that's the mindset you have, is that this is going to be the hardest 2 months of the year. And, it's the physicality is it just ramps up like, you couldn't imagine. And, it makes the game a lot of fun, but, you hear people say playoff hockey a lot because you couldn't play playoff hockey for 82 games. It's just, your body wouldn't hold up. And, when the Stanley Cup's on the line, and, you kind of put everything out there and give it your all, I guess.
Talking to Evan Rodrigues. Panthers start their first round series with the Lightning on Sunday at 12:30 from Amerant Bank Arena. You've got an incredible year from your goalie tandem of Sergei Bobrovsky and Stolars. They've been really, really impressive, Evan. What can you say about just the idea that these guys on a given night just really seem to give you a chance every single time they're in between the pipes?
Oh, it's been awesome. I think it gives our whole group the ability to, be aggressive and, we say things like hold the blue lines and stuff. It gives our D the chance to pinch in on pucks, because if anything gets by them, we know we have those guys back there to bail us out. And they've been rocks for us all year, and we've had the utmost confidence in both those guys. And I can't say enough good things about them as obviously goalies, but as people too. And it's definitely a nice feeling having all the confidence in the world in your goaltenders, especially going into playoffs. It can be a difference maker, and I'm looking forward to watching both those guys here on this run.
Now, Evan, we see in hockey, you guys are familiar with teeth flying out. One of our coworkers, he was doing his radio show yesterday, and in the midst of the show, his front tooth flew out. When this happens on the ice, do people does the Zamboni people, the ice crew, do they got to go scrounging and looking for the tooth? Do you immediately no, you're going to have to go fake tooth? Like what happens in a situation like this?
Usually, I would say the ice crew comes out, might shovel it out, or some guys might just pick it up. It kind of depends if the tooth is, fake already and it just pops out, or if it's, just a fresh, either, puck to the teeth or whatever it might be. It's probably a little bit more painful than a fake one coming out. But, I would say someone's picking it up, and it's usually, there's probably usually a little bit of a crime scene there, so they're probably a little easy to find. You just kind of follow and trace the blood, I guess, for the most part.
Evan, you're not putting it, if it's a fake tooth, you're not putting it back in your mouth, are you?
I don't think so. I don't know. Mine are real. So
said coworker.
I don't think you play with one if you had it. I don't really know. I might be the wrong guy to ask. Because
said coworker picked up his tooth and put it back in his mouth.
5-second rule, dude.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe give it a little sanitizer, a little.
That's what I said. That's what I said. You gotta brush it out. You gotta brush it, dip it in some mouthwash, something.
So you've gone your entire career having no teeth issues. Do you always go like mouth guard, or you keep the chiclet safe? Have you ever been in danger?
I got hit once and knocked my front four. They got bent backwards.
Oh my
God. But none of them fell out. I had to actually bite on like a popsicle stick and like get them back forwards. They were like pushed, I guess, back in my mouth.
Teeth don't work like that.
But I don't know how to explain it. They got pushed backwards, like angled backwards. So that's the only thing I've had. But it didn't break my jaw or anything, so I was able to get them back. And but yeah, I probably jinxed myself now.
I'm sorry. Yes, you're gonna think those bastards. They got me. They ruined my run. Have you? Because like I'm watching these games. I'll watch Kachuk chew that mouth guard to mince meat. I'm like, that's not protecting anything. He doesn't seem like he's really using that for its purpose.
No, I think his might be a little bit more of a chew toy than a mouth guard. But, hey, to each their own. It's clearly working for him. So maybe some more people should try that.
Evan, we appreciate it, man. Best of luck on this playoff run, man. Thanks for having some fun with us this afternoon, and we can't wait for Sunday, man.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you, guys. Anytime.
There you go. Evan Rodrigues, first season with the Cats.
First of all, let me explain something to you. I don't know what world he lives in, but I had the same thing happen to him.
You had your teeth bent back?
No. Here's what happened. So I was in college, right? And the fullback, the guy I sent a picture of to you, who I saw on TV, he was the fullback. We were on goal line. I got tripped, and he was in front of me, and his foot came up and hit me right here, right? So all these teeth were like potato chips, and I broke my jaw.
Oh, my God.
I don't know nothing about being bent back or whatever.
He put a popsicle. He had to push.
Should have gotten a popsicle.
Popsicle.
No,
stick
I had
through
no
the
teeth.
phone.
Listen. I had Nestle Crunch in my hand. The teeth were
No,
in my
but
mouth.
he never lost them. It was kind of like
Right.
you ever see on Looney Tunes where they're dangling.
No,
I guess
like on the
Everything goes back to a cartoon.
Wait, so you picture him on the sideline,
Yeah,
right, with a popsicle stick, and all thing that comes to mind is Looney Tunes.
I'm gonna be so like I'm gonna feel terrible if Evan
If
Rodrigues
he loses a tooth,
first
dude.
playoff game, he goes
All on you.
Those
That wouldn't be the
bastards.
case.
So now we the tooth mush.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
Instead of
dude.
the tooth fairy.
Can I tell you though?
Yep.
There's a bunch of guys that play in the NFL that don't wear a mouthpiece. Robert didn't wear a mouthpiece, right? And he scored a touchdown, and one of the offensive linemen turned around and headbutted him, but it missed and hit him in the mouth, and he lost the tooth.
Oh my
Right?
god.
And so it's like, yeah, dude, like I wear a mouthpiece. I did everything. I had to wear double mouthpiece for a while.
That's so
And still, like, yeah, man. I see guys getting their teeth knocked out. It is not like, hey, why don't you wear a mouthpiece? I don't need no mouthpiece, dude. That's what they tell me.
Damage is
Okay.
done.
Yeah. Now you got one missing chiclet.
Speaking of damage is done, Brooks and Dunn. If you guys want to go see Brooks and Dunn, our final pair of tickets to give away to Brooks and Dunn and their Reboot 2024 tour, coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm Friday, May 3rd. It's a Live Nation show. If you guys want to win right now, caller 5 to 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. Caller 5 will win those tickets from Brooks and Dunn. Back with more after this. is going to join us from DAZN. Aliyah Orozco is going to join us from DAZN. Talk some Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney with her coming up in about 10 minutes. We have Leroy first.
What's up?
Give us a little weekend weather, dude, from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
So, again, because it's warming up and this winds are coming out of the east, very light winds.
You guys ever feel like when Leroy's doing this, like he's like in a crawl space because we put the
Very
window
light winds, almost nothing. I'm going to go ahead on and give it 5 miles an hour, but I don't see nothing moving. Oh, I see there's a little tree up there moving. Hold on. The winds have switched. Now they're coming out of the west, northwest. Let me see. Nothing's moving. Nothing's moving. I promise you, nothing's moving. So
Deadsville?
I'm gonna go ahead on and still keep giving it an easterly wind, and I'm gonna say it's about 83 degrees. Winds are very light at 5 miles an hour, so it might feel a little bit warmer because you don't have a breeze.
Barely any leaves are moving.
How did he? How did he do, Evan Rodrigues?
It is currently 86 degrees. Winds coming out of the east. They have them listed at about 10 miles per hour.
No, it ain't going 10 miles an hour. I promise you that.
No.
All right.
Promise you.
Be on the lookout this weekend as temperatures can exceed 90 degrees.
Soupy.
Should be a soupy weekend indeed.
We had Evan Rodrigues on, so we got to do headlines here, which are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. So can I interest you in a little hold on, I think Mima can hear me. Zucchini bread.
No.
What?
That's what I said.
What does that mean?
That's like whispering now.
Bread.
How does that look like?
No.
It looks like
It sounds like something Big Spoon made Mima cook. That's what it sounds like.
No, Mima went rogue. She made she said it's like cake. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
That's
Like
zucchini in
cake.
it.
It has bread in it.
And it's zucchini.
Is zucchini green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, should I try it?
Try it.
I mean, you got to
I
try
like
it.
it.
You got to try it. I mean, you can't be rude, but I'm not there. I'm not trying it.
Zucchini
Can I just tell you, like, do I eat bread? Yeah, but you know what I eat bread? To make a damn sandwich.
No, I said I've never heard of zucchini bread. That sounds like two things that don't match.
I don't know.
Looking at it too, it doesn't necessarily look too appetizing. It looks almost like that raisin bread, but instead of raisins, it's just pieces of zucchini.
Zucchini is
What?
Yeah.
Just want to let you get.
That's it.
Oh God.
Okay, that sounds
No.
okay. I mean, you could probably eat that.
No.
What
I
is
don't
that?
think it'll be that bad.
Here.
So many better things you can put in bread.
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
Take the one thing I enjoy and combine it with the one thing I hate. The good doesn't outweigh the bad. Right?
Jeez, man. All right.
You just ruined his Friday.
I don't like it. All right, let's get to this. Just to let you guys know, Heat tonight.
When are you gonna head down?
Probably like around 2:30.
Really? Wow.
It takes me a long time. Hey, listen, I live far from the arena, dude.
Yeah.
Live far from the arena. I like beating traffic. I'm not a big fan of traffic.
You ain't missing traffic. It's Friday, dude. You gonna get traffic.
Yeah, good point.
He's got to clock into his job across the street at Bayside.
It's not my job, dude. I tell you, it's improved.
I know you work for them.
I'm gonna take some Instagram stories there today. It's beautiful.
Hey, you best believe every time I talk now, I'll make sure.
Hey, you checking your chicklets?
Yeah.
You're nervous. But to let people know that there are still tickets available. If you guys want to go today, heat.com/postseason tickets. If
you know how these Heat fans are down here.
Late?
No.
Fickle?
You think all the tickets will get sold?
Yeah, I think beforehand. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't that building always one way or another. By the time the middle of that first quarter, it usually is packed. So
middle of the first quarter. Like you
Heat.com
can't. Nobody's
/OC
going to a
tickets.
game. Nobody's going to a game early enough where they got to get beer, right? They're going get their beer and then show up to their seat late. But they ain't saying we got to go 30 minutes or 40 minutes earlier.
I'm just letting people know, like, look, it's a 7:00 start tonight. So just if you're going to the game and you have tickets, if you're a season ticket holder, just like obviously, because usually Friday night games start later. That's like been a thing. Like usually weekday games start at 7:30. Friday games always start at 8, but because it's a national TV game, they're starting it early. So just
Plus, keep in mind also, both teams are in very similar time zones, so you don't have that East Coast West Coast thing. You see what I'm saying?
You want the Goosies?
All right, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Caleb Martin,
Mhm.
who lost us the first playing game, brick 2 free throws, got the crowd back into it, bricking for chicken. He says, quote, obviously JB going down is a big hit, but like the coaches say, we have enough. We have more than enough.
I've said that more times than you have this show.
Oh, Caleb Martin's saying it now, though, dude. Ooh. Caleb Martin's saying
I
it
said
now,
it
dude.
earlier, and that didn't give you the goosies.
No, but you're not Caleb Martin.
Caleb.
You were hating on him yesterday.
He lost us the game. I'm not.
How did he lose you the game?
He bricked for chick.
Freaking for chicken.
You bricking for chicken. You lost me the game.
I got to tell you though, that is one hell of a. That's one hell of a game ops. Bricking for chicken.
It's great game ops. They used to do. I don't know if they still did it this year, but they used to do Pollo Tropical for us. They made us yell Pollo. I don't know if you won anything though.
You just yelled it. What is it?
I kept yelling pollo, and I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I mean,
Well,
that's
they gave us a code. They gave us a
I
code.
thought you had to scan the QR code, and I thought you got free chicken.
Yeah.
No,
I think it was a bowl, like a choppy chop. There
It would be great though if you got. See, here's the thing. It would be great if they could give out the chicken immediately. Like if they bricks if he bricks brickins for the chicken,
you
and then
can't
all
cook
the
that much chicken.
Yeah, they have it in reserve. Have a chicken reserve.
Oh, everyone just walk out chicken. That'd be nice.
At least for the section behind the basket. So they're all eating the chicken. I think it'd be a great move. Game ops, dude.
Game ops.
Get Michael McCullough on the line.
I'll call him.
Next idea.
He will hang up on you.
I don't think he will.
Can I just say this, JFig? Between all the times we've seen him in person and all the times we interviewed him, if he hasn't hung up on us already, we good. Because let me tell you, Mike. He's like,
Here comes the ideas, man. I got something for you.
They see you in the hallway.
Hear me out.
Mike.
He won't see us.
Mike, and I'm just shaking my head. Mike, no, Mike.
Caleb says we have enough, though, dude. He says we have enough.
Yeah. Well, like he plays a role in that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like saying when the guy who's actually playing on the court says we have enough, okay.
Everybody thinks you guys are dead. Everybody thinks that Jimmy Butler being gone means you can't get on to the next round and take game one against the Celtics.
You've
Let me tell
already
you something.
planned the next two victories.
Let me just tell you something. They're wrong. All right. We go in there tonight. You give the ball to Nikola Jovic and you get the hell out of the way. All right. Nico, this is his time. His time to shine.
So you don't want the ball in Tyler's hands.
I mean, he can sit there. What if Nico wants to do a behind the back pass to Tyler Hero to shoot a three? I'm all for it. But he gets the keys. Okay.
What about a little? What about a little vehicular fire drill? You guys ever heard of that?
What?
You ever did that? Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
Light. Well, it has a name.
You pull up to the red light and then everybody switch seats.
Everybody gets out of the car. Driver. Everyone runs around the car. Driver.
You want to just keep switching the driver?
That's what we're doing tonight, baby.
Interesting.
Little bit of vehicular because they had to change the name. Fire drill. Look at that.
So everybody gets a chance with the keys.
Can I just tell you, Marcos?
Everyone gets a chance at the driver's seat, baby.
Can I just tell you, Marcos?
Yeah.
He's right, though.
You have entered the realm of Tobin.
Congratulations, Marcos.
Oh,
Welcome, dude. Hey, welcome.
That might be the dumbest crap I've ever heard.
What do you mean? That's a good point. You know, everyone gets a chance in the driver's seat.
Or everybody gets a little piece of the key lime pie. Huh? Huh? Piece of key for you. Piece of the key for you.
Take
What's
it.
that? Delicious.
Wow.
A lot more delicious than what I got.
Oh, that zucchini bread can go to hell.
I'd rather eat zucchini
Terrible.
than key lime pie.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's strange.
I tell you what, you may be right, but here's what changed my world. Key lime cheesecake.
Oh, dude.
That's good.
What? Because here, the reason why I
Minus
don't,
the key lime.
the reason
I'll
why
take
I don't
cheesecake.
like key lime pie is the texture. Too soft. But key lime cheesecake firms up a little bit. Yeah. You don't like key limes.
I don't like key lime.
Why? Maybe key lime don't like your ass.
Good. Oh, mutual. It's a mutual feeling.
I gotta tell you this.
Why don't you like key lime?
I don't like it.
You like regular limes?
Yeah, but not in my dessert.
Really?
Yeah.
You like lemon meringue pie?
Are we just gonna
He
list
just
off the
wants all
pies?
your
She almost threw up.
Tell me about all your dessert opinions.
She almost threw up in her mouth. She almost threw up in her mouth.
That shirt's feeling a little bit itchy. I might need to go change it. Let's talk some boxing. Aliyah Orozco. She's going to join us from DAZN. We'll talk about a little Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia with her coming up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Very excited to talk to our next guest. You guys know we love the fight game around these parts, and Aliyah Orozco joining us here on the show. She is the new ringside reporter for Overtime on DAZN. Aliyah, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Of course. I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to have you. How excited are you about this opportunity with Overtime and DAZN? This got to be a very cool thing for your career.
It is. I'm so excited. This is what I've been working so hard for. So I was so pumped when I found out the news. I just did my last show with them last month, and it was everything and more. And I'm about to go this next week back to Overtime. They have a fight on the 19th. It's going to be a great card. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, I just love the sport. So it's just such an honor to be a part of it. What they're doing is really exciting. They're really targeting the next generation of boxing fans and fighters. So being a part of that is the greatest honor.
Yeah, it's such an interesting time right now because you're seeing PBC going over to Amazon, and you're seeing a lot of shifts in the sport. So what do you think from your perspective of covering the sport right now? Like, what is the things coming along that interest you as far as grabbing the young fans' attention?
Yeah, totally. I think kind of doing something new. I feel like we've seen kind of the same thing for a lot of years. And I think sometimes things work for a while, but then the world changes. We're constantly evolving and changing. And now it is a different generation. So for me, I really like to ask different questions in my interviews. That's what really kind of helped me become successful in this sport and blow up more on TikTok and Instagram. Was when I entered the sport, I would do kind of different interviews, asking the fighters fun questions, and they would always go viral because you kind of get to see a different side of the fighter that you don't get to see all the time with just the basic questions of what are you looking for with this fight, something like that, of kind of keeping it not so much always focused on the fight, but just about their lives and who they are and why they got in the sport. Just all the fun questions that really make up a person and allows us to resonate with them.
So, Ali, we have you have a big fight coming up that you're covering on the 19th, but that same weekend, we're getting ready for Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Been a very crazy build-up to this fight, most of it surrounding Ryan Garcia. Are you worried about him at all? What have you made of all of this? The social media posts, the disappearance of social media, the comeback to social media. I guess Ryan Garcia's whole saga in the lead up to this thing. Do you feel like it's just promotion, or is there something to really be worried about here with him?
You know what? I'm really trying to figure that out myself, but I feel like he's done a great job at getting all these people involved, because even people in my life who don't even talk boxing with me are all engaged in what's going on with Ryan Garcia. So I'm he captivated the whole world. So I'm proud of him for that. But I hope more than anything he's okay, because it was honestly pretty concerning. And I interviewed his mom at the press conference in LA for Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. And she was telling me to keep him in your prayers and just the different things that he went through this past year. So for me, he is a real person, and he is going through some hard times in his life right now. So I don't think it's fake. And I think I have been praying for him and his family, but he looks way better now. I feel like he's ready for this fight. He definitely had that turnaround. I wasn't sure how that was going to go once he left social media and if the fight was going to go on, but I've been seeing his training videos. He seems ready for the fight. Everyone's been promoting it. So it looks good now, but I'm praying he's okay. What did you think about it?
I didn't know. I thought some of it was legit, and then I'm getting to the point where well, this guy blew up as a social. He's such a fascinating fighter to me because he's not only talented, but his fame blew up so fast in a unique way. Who wasn't captivated by watching him, hit the Cobra bag a gazillion times and then body shot challenge, and he's the one who kind of made all that stuff mainstream. It's kind of the new age Mayweather thing where Mayweather, we all got into his 24/7. He's doing it, but it's it's right here. It's all on your phone. So I didn't know, because he would be to me, he would be very good at making a conspiracy around his fights, but I don't want to think that because obviously it's concerning. But so I don't know. I'm kind of where you're at. I hope he's okay, but there's part of me that's oh, maybe this is all just for promotion because it'll make him and Devin a lot of money.
No, yeah, everyone is talking about the fight now, so that part of it's great. But yeah, I don't know. So let's see how the fight goes and all that, because I'm curious too. I think the whole world is kind of.
Absolutely. What have you made recently? Canelo Alvarez is, going to be fighting Jaime Munguia coming up in May. I'm sure you'll be boots on the ground with all that stuff. But the criticisms he's faced of not facing David Benavidez, this is another one I'm a little bit torn on because I feel like Canelo's done everything in the sport, but I'm a greedy fan and I want to see the fights that I want to see. So what have you made of him choosing Jaime Munguia and very much seeming like he's avoiding the whole David Benavidez saga?
Totally. I mean, I would love to see that fight too, but like you said, I just feel like Canelo worked so hard in the sport. Like, I feel like he deserves to sit on the throne now and kind of be able to be like, you know what, I don't think this fight will be the best for my career. And I kind of saw his breakdown of they were saying like, if he did do that, like there would probably be a rehydration clause, but then at the end of it, he would probably be, if he lost, be talking crap, be talking bad about it and say blame it on the rehydration clause. So Canelo was saying it's kind of just not worth it for him, of like no matter what, it's kind of going to be a lose-lose for him. So I feel like he kind of deserved the spot he's in now, but I mean, I hope that fight gets made eventually because that would be an epic one. But I also think Jaime Munguia is going to be a great opponent. Like, I definitely don't think this is one to write off because he is definitely up and coming. He has a very strong ring IQ, and just I feel like when Canelo got in the ring with Floyd and Floyd giving him that chance, it's kind of Canelo giving the next generation his chance. And I mean, he's the younger guy, so let's see. I don't think Canelo's ready to give up his title, and I don't think it's going to be an easy fight at all. So, and it's on Cinco de Mayo weekend, like 2 Mexicans. It hasn't been for like a few years that Canelo has fought another Mexican. So I'm excited for this fight.
Yeah, I am too. I think that Jaime is a really fun fighter, so I think it's impossible for it to be a boring fight. It's like you said, it's just my greed as a fan. It's like I want, because we were in Vegas for Crawford and Spence, and when Crawford started talking about fighting Canelo, and I'm just like, well, if he's actually got the guts to step up 3 weight classes to do it, I would be like beside myself. That would be one of the coolest things ever. But Canelo was like, I'm not going to win anything out of that either because everyone's going to say I'm going to pick on a small guy. So my only quibble with Canelo right now is like, what is going to make you happy? Like, because you used to be you were the guy who would go up and take big swings. So like, what's the sweet spot for him anymore? Maybe there's not, because you get to a certain point in the sport where you're making a ton of money. You just probably want to get out of it healthy and, making as much dough as possible. I don't know what the right answer is.
I know, either do I. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, just kind of with the point he's at in his career. But also I feel like there's not really anybody else in his division that could probably be like as big as of a fight as David Benavidez. So that's why I'm curious to kind of see what his next fight's going to be, because he kind of already fought all the biggest names. He's already done everything he could. So I'm really curious to see his next fights.
What is your intrigue with the Usyk and Tyson Fury fight coming on up? I'm very curious to see like what Tyson Fury looks like in this one. What about you in this heavyweight title matchup?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go to Saudi Arabia for this one, so I'm pumped for this fight. I'm going to watch it up close. I've never got to meet Tyson or Usyk, so I'm hoping to meet them. But yeah, I don't know. I just saw Tyson, one of his interviews after, and he was saying he's not really nervous about the Usyk fight because he is a smaller guy. So I don't really know either, because I think that's why I love boxing so much. It's so unpredictable. Like at any point, the underdog can win. At any point, they could have an off day or their mindset's a little bit different and something can go wrong. So I'm curious about this one, but Tyson's a great fighter. So I just can't wait to watch him up close.
Aliyah Orozco, thanks so much for giving us some time. We're very much looking forward to seeing your coverage. Where can people follow you? If they're into your coverage coming up for the fight coming up next week on the 19th, and just along the way, you're going to be boots on the ground for Saudi Arabia for the Fury fights and all the big events coming on up. Where can people follow your work?
Thank you so much. I loved being on the show. I love Miami, so this was a really big moment for me. But you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Aliyah Orozco, which is ALIYAHOROZCO. You'll see all my interviews on there, and there will be some pretty fun ones. So stay tuned for those.
We appreciate the time, Aliyah. Thanks so much.